What up, Eric? Oh, my bad. All right, what up? What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mode IJ. This is the Mo you know. We got a few things we got to catch up on. Now, yesterday I was out and about on the town, went to the Christmas market, so I didn't do a live yesterday, but here we are today making up for that. Obviously, we know that there was a mass shooting that happened yesterday, so we're going to go on to that, look at some updates. We'll go over a few lies that have been spread. We pretty much got maybe 3.5, 4 hours on the Mo You Know, and then we do have a Tubi movie tonight. I got to go out there and find one, but we have a lot of stuff we can catch up on, especially going into the holiday weekend. Will I be? I will be free on Friday. Yeah. We got Friday, Saturday we might do our episode 2. Last weekend was my homeboy's son, Jay Wayne's son's birthday, so he couldn't be here. So we'll probably do episode 2 this Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, and this one will probably be a little bit longer than an hour. But today we're on the Mo You Know, so we'll start off with this unaliving event that happened in Wisconsin, and we'll go from there. We'll figure it out. What's going on, Sydney? RD? Oh man, starting to get cold out here, man. Starting to get cold. We had some snow. It's 5:20. All right, let me see. So we got over on CNN. Now this all occurred. I was, I was out and about, and I came back, took my shower, and got into bed, and I seen all of it. I was gonna get up and do a live, but I had to get to work. So we'll head over to CNN. We'll play some of the footage from yesterday. So warning, trigger. December 16 news on Madison, Wisconsin school shooting. A 6th grader and his mother speak out following the shooting. Maybe we can get this thing to load up.
Did you hear gunshots?
Yeah, I heard.
Tell me what happened.
Them and then some was started cutting, and then we just waited till the police came, and then they escorted us out to the church.
How many gunshots did you hear?
I heard 2.
And what were you thinking? What are you thinking
I
now?
was scared. Why did they do that? Why? I was in English, and then they said it was a lockdown drill, so we went to the side of the building, and then we went to the church after they came and got us. Yeah. And then we just waited to give us some food, and then waited for them to transport us to the hospital and get our moms and dads.
It's sad, to be home and then somebody call you and say your kids school in like down and shooting and you didn't know where they are. God, they were safe, but the trauma, it's a lot because I'm sure they lost friends and teachers, which is not okay. And I don't think they will be okay for a long time, and I'm not.
So that was a young man that was there, him and his mother. What we're covering, the shooter opened fire at the Abundant Life Christian School in Madison, Wisconsin, was a 15-year-old female student, Natalie Rupnow, who went by the name Samantha. Police said on Monday she unalived herself and is dead. Obviously, the shooting left 1 student and 1 teacher unalived and 6 injured, including 2 people who are facing life-threatening conditions. Police said a 2nd grade student made the 911 call. Damn, look at there you go. A 2nd grade student made the 911 call to report the bang bang to the police on Monday. Abundant Life Christian School, K through 12. School serves about 420 students, according to the administrator. It planned to close for Christmas vacation after this week. Oh, I thought this was, I'm about to say, no, that ain't her. The school year began with mass shootings. It's about to go on to Christmas break the same way. Wait. The U.S. school year is heading into Christmas holiday break, similar to how it began with a mass shooting. So are they saying there was a shooting? The shooting at Abundant Life Christian School in Madison, Wisconsin on Monday was the 83rd. Oh, they just saying over. I'm about to say on Monday was the 83rd shooting recorded in 2024, surpassing 2023 for the most school shootings in a single year since CNN began tracking such incidents in 2008. Jeez Louise, I can't see today. And the start of the academic year in the early fall had been scattered with numerous shootings, including an apparent murder-suicide on the first day of classes at Rice University in Houston on August 26th. The following week, a 14-year-old shooter killed 4 victims at a high school in Winder, Georgia. I remember that, making it the deadliest school shooting of the year. Wisconsin is shaken. The state has experienced a number of other scares in recent months. In May, police shot and killed a student who brought a gun near a middle school in the village of Mount Horbred, about 23 miles southwest of Madison. So about a 20-minute drive, 30-minute drive southwest of Madison, they unalived the student. The student was a minor and did not manage to enter the school. Nobody else was injured. Then November 13, in November, a 13-year-old boy was arrested on suspicion of planning a shooting in Kenosha by Lake Michigan after he tried to enter a secure area of an elementary school while carrying 2 bags. The boy had been searching online about school shootings and had made several comments to other students about the school shootings for months beforehand, police said. So there was one about 20 miles away. Jeez Louise. What up, Catalyst? Torian, what's going on? See, dialing 911 ain't that bad of a thing, guys. That's the police briefing. The city of Madison, Wisconsin was left reeling after the school shooting on Monday, unalived 1 student and 1 teacher and injured several others, including 2 in critical. We already know about the shooter, Natalie Rupnow. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Fuck it. She unalived herself, went out like a coward. Police information. Madison police will hold a briefing at 1 p.m. local time on Tuesday. So that'd be what, 7 o'clock here? No, Wisconsin is central, so 8 o'clock here. On Monday evening, police said they wanted to make sure all family members had been notified before the victims' identities were released. Flags at half staff, whenever there's an unaliving half staff, they'll do that with presidents, anyone significant, something like this within the state, they'll definitely do the state flags. Now, if it's like a mass shooting in a different place, then they would do half mast the United States flag, but it's probably just a state flag that they had at half staff. All flags over federal. Okay, so they did it over all federal installations. So that means post offices, if they got a flag in there. All flags over federal installation and facilities statewide were ordered to fly at half staff on Monday, effective until December 22nd in honor of the victims. Governor Tony Evers, who issued the order, said it was unthinkable that the children and teachers might go through this and never go to school and might never come home. They got a candlelight scheduled for Tuesday. The city mayor and education officials expected to attend, according to CNN affiliate WMTV on Monday. Police asked the community not to hold any at the school, which remains an active crime scene and being monitored by law enforcement overnight. You definitely want to make sure you're not by the school because you could have a copycat. What up, Kendall? School resumes. School in Madison Metropolitan District will continue classes as scheduled on Tuesday. Man, I wouldn't be going to school till after the new year. I'm done for the rest of the school year. I'm not going back. To finish off this week, it's only 4 days. No, I'm not going back. My kids will be withdrawn till the new year. So if there's any finals or anything, it's just too much trauma. My kids ain't going back to school. Neighbors described seeing police throw stun grenades into a home during the investigation. Oh, so they ran up in somebody's house. Well, I don't think the Abundant Christian School is going back. It's just saying something in the district. Yeah, schools in the metropolitan school district will continue classes as scheduled. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna open because they just told them not to do anything at the school because it's still a crime scene. So I doubt that their school is back. But even if I'm in the school district, I'm not going back to school. Let's just end the school year right here. This is a good stopping point. We pick it up at the beginning of the year. So neighbors described seeing police throw stun grenades into a home during the investigation. Authorities on Monday investigated a residential property north of Madison, Wisconsin, just 8 miles from the school where 2 people were killed in a shooting on Monday. Videos show a home decorated with Christmas lights, cordoned off with police tape. The main door had been removed and the windows damaged. Neighbors saw police throw stun grenades into there, which detonated with a bright flash and a loud bang into the home earlier in the afternoon. I want to see footage of that. Neighbors told the news that the officers had arrived in the early afternoon, just after the shooting took place, and were going in and out until the night fell. I heard the news this afternoon and thought, well, we'll just drive by the main drag, and there it was. Our neighbor told the news. The front door was taken off and nobody was around. The detectives are in there mopping up the mess. I need to find out where that house is. Stun. This outside the Capitol. What up, DeMarcus? I'm trying to see. Wisconsin school shooting been identified. Okay, here we go. 17 minutes ago. Daily Mail, even though I don't really like trusting on the Daily Mail, but all right. So this is the house 1313. The door is removed. President Joe Biden has been slammed on social media for calling for gun control after school shooting in Wisconsin, despite pardoning his son, Hunter, for gun charges. Yeah, I mean, he had a gun on him. He's talking about like ARs. He's not talking about pistols, but Natalie Samantha, 15, unalived a student and a teacher, and then herself at the school shortly before 11 a.m. on Monday. Her family's home was raided by SWAT teams following the school bloodbath, with investigators speaking to her father, who was said to be cooperating. Man, that's got to be horrible. Think like your kid does something like that, and then they got to come and question you about it. Like, man, the hell? I don't know what that motherfucker was doing. Showing social media posts. Oh, okay. We're gonna go to these posts after this. Let me see. Samantha's alleged manifesto has been circulating on social media. Police said they have not confirmed the document's validity. 2 people are currently fighting for their lives in the hospital after the rampage. She unalived herself, shooting herself. What? Who died from a self-inflicted gun wound. Oh, on the way to the hospital. I thought they were saying she was on the way to the hospital and did it. After the shooting, opened fire in a mixed grade study hall in front of terrified students. What is this, pajama day? This is her.
We take a lot of
Natalie
time
Rupnow.
up front trying to get to
All right, we're done. Please, man. I'm not saying.
we take a lot of time up front trying
Chilling social media post to Wisconsin Christian shooter Natalie Samantha's father. I want to see what the manifesto looked like. See what she said. Oh, okay. Wisconsin school shooter, her father shared a chilling image of one of his daughters practicing at a shooting range in a similar t-shirt worn to the Columbine shooters. Well. Here we go. Jeff, the father, posted a snap to his public Facebook page in August, showing his daughter pointing a shotgun at a clay pigeon while wearing a black top with the name of the band KMFDM. Columbine killer Eric Harris, infamously seen wearing that t-shirt of head of the 99 Colorado high school massacre, where 13 were murdered. The massacre is often seen as the watershed moment in the age of American shootings. So can we get a photo of this? What up, RC? Let's see. Internet going slow today. Extremely slow. Yeah. I'm trying to see if we can find the photo. Oh, man. Oh, okay. So here we go, right here. Visit. Go there. Jeff. Oh, they got it right here. What the hell? We'll keep that open just in case. It's unclear if Natalie is an only child. However, Jeff referred to his daughter as Kiddo in a post and spoke proudly of the child's prowess with the weapon. Natalie, also known and went by Samantha, a substitute teacher and a teenage student, wounded 6 others with a 9mm pistol. No motive has been given, and the police say they're working to verify whether a manifesto being shared online was actually written by her. In Jeff's her father's post about his daughter at the range, he asked by a friend if his daughter could. He was asked by a friend if it was his daughter in the image. He replied, "This spring, and we have been loving every second of it." So he did tell somebody, "Yeah, that's my daughter." The NBSC, the North Bristol Sportsman Club, is a gun club in Sun Prairie, a suburb of Madison, offering annual family memberships just for $90. According to the website, the club was founded in 1970. It has more than 600 members. Well, now we got to do a deep dive. We might be giving this club a call tonight. The alleged membership has not been confirmed by the club. Well, obviously, they ain't trying to have their name attached to this, but we're going to look up this club and 600 members. Out of the 600 members, how many members do you believe are Black members? Out of the 600 members, how many people do you believe are probably Black that are members of this North Bristol Sportsman Club? He shared a picture of one of his daughters being encouraged to handle firearms by her father. Jeff and August shared a photograph above at a local shooting range. Police confirmed they were talking to Jeff. Well, look at Mr. Jeff. Proud to be an American. And other family members who were cooperating. Let me see something. They got a Black Friday 50 bird 16-yard trap shoot. New Year's Eve 50 bird 16-yard trap shoot. Okay, they're part of the NRA. I don't see one black person on this front page here. We got two little Caucasian kids. We got a whole, let's see. No, that's not a black guy. Let's see what the skeet team looks like. Yeah, whoever this is, they ain't hire anyone to do the website. They just say we're gonna have regular website, generic shit. Okay, here we go. Let's see who's on the shotgun team. It might be one or two black guys. They probably do the yard work though. Rifle range, ballistic calculator, handgun. Let's see. Archery. I guess you can consider this a person of color. About us, memberships. Let's see what the board of directors look like. See if there's any well, we can't put any blame on these people. The shooter is who we need to be looking at, but I just wanted to see if any of these, Jennifer Comer and Tom Sesner, Don Allen, secretary is open. I might apply for this. I might apply for the secretary of this and infiltrate, get on the inside. Now, I haven't got to the manifesto yet. Right now, we're just going down the rabbit hole. We're just getting started. We're going to see what these family members look like. If anyone has a link to the manifesto, so I don't have to go scrounging around for it. So this is the father with the boxer. This is the home. Need to do a little yard work. They noted that the shooter appeared to be wearing this T-shirt, the German industrial rock band KMFDM, who were notably idolized by Eric Harris and Dylan, the perpetrators of Columbine. So this is footage from the inside. Man, this seems so long ago. This is almost 30 years. Jeez Louise, in 5 years. I tell you, 2029, y'all gonna have to be on the lookout. It's gonna get dangerous that year, especially on the anniversary. I was 16. What is this? Oh, this is just reactions. The school press conference. Kids, parents, police. So here she is with the shirt on, KMFDM. Give me a second. If you see this t-shirt anyway, just be cautious. This is the t-shirt that they were wearing. Well, this is what the front looks like, but the back side has the dates to it. Nah, the shooter took herself out. So what leads me to believe that the father has something to do with this. Why is Prince? Oh, this is a whole nother. I'm about to say, why is Prince Harry and what's her name, Megan? I don't know what the hell they doing over here. Yeah, if we can find the manifesto, Natalie Rupnow social media posts. Okay, so here we go. With Natalie's social media shows before Wisconsin shooting. So we're gonna go through this, and I'll be looking up some stuff in the background.
Responded to a mass shooting at the Abundant Life Christian School today. Officers were dispatched to the school, which is located on the city's east side at 10:57 a.m. They arrived to find multiple people suffering from gunshot wounds. 3 people, including the shooter, are dead. The shooter has now been identified as 15-year-old Natalie Rupnow, who went by the name Samantha. She was a student at the school, and evidence suggests she died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. A teacher and a teenage student were pronounced dead at the scene at that school. 6 other students and a teacher were injured and taken to area hospitals. 2 students remain in critical condition.
All right, we're trying to see what happened on the social media. On December 16th, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, news conference, police identified Natalie Rupnow as the shooter. Post pictures and details from Natalie, the person believed to be her father, Jeff's social media account showed details of her life prior to the shooting. She opened fire in the Wisconsin classroom on Monday, fatally shooting a teacher, which was a substitute, a fellow student, wounded 6 others before killing herself with a handgun, according to police. Officials have said her family is cooperating with the investigation and her home is being searched. There have been at least 200 incidents of gunfire on school grounds this year. All right. We don't need the statistics. Oh, so here goes the actual photo right here. Jeff appears to be the father of the shooter. Rupnow lives in the same area of Wisconsin, which shared many pictures of what appears to be his daughter over the years, beginning in 2009. The announcement of the birth of Natalie Lynn, this would make her 15 today. Newsweek reached out for clarification via social media outside of the normal working hours. The most recent photo shared was from August this year, showing what appears to be Natalie at a shooting range. Oh yeah, there were some special individuals. So we seen that, and here she is with the same boxer that was in the vehicle with the dad. The image shows Natalie from the back, handling a firearm with protective earmuffs. A user commented, "Jeff, is that kiddo?" Which Jeff responded, "Sure is. We joined NBSC this spring, and we have been loving it every second." That's the North Bristol Sports Club and Wisconsin-based shooting range. Newsweek reached out to the club for comment via email outside of normal working hours. Jeff has shared many photos of a person who appears to be his daughter over the years. Some photos show her with the dog, while others show Natalie at a karate competition. She couldn't go in there and fight a nigga. She had to pull out a toolie. There are a number of pictures showing Natalie as a young, smiling, and we don't give a damn about her being a young, smiling kid. She's a fucking murderer. Natalie's own social media accounts have been deactivated or set to private. An image shared on her ex account prior to deactivation. The person is wearing combat boots and giving an okay sign with 3 fingers, with their fingers. So this, wait, is that the church they caught on fire? There's the manifesto here. There's one that's been allegedly written by Natalie, but it hasn't been confirmed by police. Speaking at the press conference Monday, a document about the shooting is circulating on social media, but we have not verified it. We certainly are aware and been posted on the person who posted alleged as a connection with the victim. Natalie Rupnow, X. People are saying today is a sad day. What happens next? The investigation is ongoing. Following the shootings, questions have arisen over whether female mass shooters are on the rise. Well, one is too many, but yeah, I don't see anywhere with the manifesto. Of course, Trump is yet to comment because this goes against everything he's standing up for. Images, manifesto, times. I know India ain't got no damn manifesto. So this is the little weirdo right here. Okay, so it looks like Channel 2 now might have it on here. She wore the hell out of this shirt, though. Let me see. Get this out of here. We went through all of that. Let me see. New information has surfaced regarding the 15-year-old murderer. We will not be talking highly of her. She's a fucking criminal, a murderer. Birth information. She's born November 7th, 2009. Born a female, not a transgender. Appoint her boyfriend emphasize. So that right there tells you that right there, the boyfriend emphasized she was not a transgender. This is all you need to know right there. These are those type of individuals. You know what I'm saying? They're against everybody. You know what I mean? It wasn't a transgender. It may look like a nigga, but it wasn't a nigga. No, we don't know. Let me see. Victoria sent me. It looked like a lot to read. Now give me a second. Let me try to see if I can pull this up. She was enrolled at the school. All right, well, here goes a summary of it. The six-page manifesto titled War Against Humanity reveals deeply troubling insights into Samantha's motivations, personal struggles, and influences. We don't give a fuck about her personal struggles. She is a murderer, and we're going to treat her as such. Family relationships. Samantha described her relationship with her parents as extremely difficult, referring to them as scum. She claimed her family didn't love her and expressed feeling like the wrong child in her family. Suicidal ideation. Samantha stated that she had planned to unalive herself for a long time, but felt that perpetrating a shooting would be better for evolution rather than just one stupid born unaliving. Influence and administration. The manifesto highlights Samantha's deep admiration for individuals responsible for previous mass attacks, including Pekka Erik Avenue, a Finnish school shooter, Ardra Karvakatin, a Turkish neo-Nazi who carried out mass attacks earlier this year, She referred to her as the ultimate saint and acknowledged him as a significant inspiration. Vladislav Rokolovsky, a perpetrator of a 2018 shooting in Crimea. I think I remember hearing about that name. 4. Acquisition of weapons. Samantha revealed that she obtained the weapons used in the attack through lies, manipulation, and her father's stupidity. Man, what I tell y'all, the father looked like a... The shooter's boyfriend had known her for 2 years throughout the long distance relationship, provided the following details. They met on social media and had... So wait, how old is he? If she was 15, that means she was 13 when they met. How old is this guy that he's talking to the news? The shooter's boyfriend, who had known her for 2 years through a long distance relationship, provided the following details. They met on social media and never met. Oh man, you wasn't no boyfriend, nigga. You was a pen pal. You was a weirdo. The boyfriend described Samantha as kind, generous. No, we ain't trying to hear none of that. She was a murderer. She's the Satan. She's the devil. He recounted that she frequently made him gifts without expecting anything in return. Oh, so this is the person that you sent, Torian. This is the same app. The manifesto time. I'm gonna play it after we do. Oh, here, there's the whole thing right here. Manifesto timeline. She sent the message to her boyfriend via WhatsApp at approximately 10:30 a.m. Eastern on the day of the shooting. She later posted it publicly to Twitter at 11:50. So an hour, 20 minutes later. The attack occurred approximately 7 minutes after at 11:57 a.m. The boyfriend did not see the message until 1:12 p.m. Eastern, at which point the attack had already been carried out. And she was deceased. How old do you think this quote unquote boyfriend is? He didn't see it till 1:12. She sent it to him at 10:30. 11, 12. So almost 3 hours later, he seen the message. What teenage boy isn't on their phone for 3 hours? Not being on your phone for 3 hours is some grown men shit. Yeah, but that's what we need to find out who this guy is talking. We don't have a name. But if he met her at 13, all right, we're gonna read through this. Golly, oh no, we definitely not reading 6 pages, unless we about to do some popcorn. Y'all join up here, and I just pick people out and popcorn. You give it to somebody else, but I'm not reading 6 pages of this bullshit. I tell you right now, I'm definitely not. Oh man. And if this ain't even the real manifesto, we haven't confirmed. If I read through all of this and this ain't the real deal, I would be upset with myself. We'll skim through A War Against Humanity, the creation of a disaster and why it was so unfair. Hatred, something everyone has gotten. In a sense, some people think is pure nothing, but because of the hate they make, it ends up killing them without knowing it. Which go right ahead, I don't mind, but kind of do at the same time. You are just simply nothing but scum to this world, or to even think about. Nobody should want you or your body in any way. I hate seeing people on a daily basis just being so sensitive. Gives me one more reason to take off my glasses. I'm gonna keep mine on. The human scum is color and the way people are raised. I've grown around people who do not care or give one single care in the world and smoke their lungs out with weed or drink as much as they can, like my own father. Well, why didn't you do something to your father? You should have had a conversation with him, not go take it out on other people if this is real. I've grown to hate people and society. It's truly not my fault, though, but it is. It never was. But all of you and the world, but all of you and the world have done to me is pick me and tease me. You push me into a corner with no help whatsoever. Humanity is filth, and I don't like filth nor want to live in it, nor should anyone else. And I know it follows me and how it's followed and will follow everyone because of how the world is run. There were so many things I wanted to do as a kid, yet I can't admit I was afraid of the other kids and also even my own parents, but I don't even trust them at the age as well. Golly. At the age as well as I never will. My parents are scum. There is nothing that will save them to make me think good of them ever again. No family to ever trust and to never trust society. There are, damn, how many people didn't put, I might as well put my watermark over this. It's like 7 people on this. 2 people and the only 2 people I would trust. There is 2 people and only 2 people I would trust. One partially and one I would never doubt. I can agree that I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but neither did my parents or anyone around me. I have changed and I will not go back to that ever again. I'm hardened and I'm difficult, or I'm hardened and I'm different. Yeah, this ain't nothing but her, man. This is all on her. Like, you had issues with your scum ass family. Why are you taking it out on people at the school? Your daddy was at the house drinking and smoking weed, filling his lungs. I want to know who the 2 people are. Let me see. The situation in the situation of a lifetime is a get the fuck out moment and don't come back. I will never go back and nag my way through life. It's not even my fault, though. It's everyone. Oh, see, that's the problem right there. She needed to take that dusty ass shirt off, go look in the fucking mirror and realize it ain't everyone else's fault. It's your fault. You scared of the other kids. What were you scared of them from? They ain't did nothing to you. It's everyone else's fault. It has to be theirs and not mine. It's pure idiotic for from people to it's pure idiotic from people to cause this. But it's a good thing that this happens. As always is, and there will always be a reason for this and reasons for other shootings, unless it's some Indian guy who wanted to blow up just for the fun of it. What? It's pure idiotic from people to cause this, but it's a good thing that this happens. It always is, and there will always be a reason for this and reasons for other shootings, unless it's some Indian guy who wanted to blow up just for the fun of it, which is what those people do. I find that a bit funny, not really funny to the point I laugh my ass off, but still, maybe you get the point here, or maybe you don't. And I think I might be crazy. If this is real, her father is an idiot. She didn't learn any of this on her own. She learned all of this from hearing her drunk ass dad, weed smoking dad, talk shit. Because we haven't heard, I personally haven't heard of any Indians like being bombers or like suicide bombers. You know what I mean? So I don't know where she got that from. Now, of course, this is allegedly her manifesto. I don't know if it is or not. We're just reading it. We here now, but if this is, it's because she heard all of this dumb shit from her father. I don't know where else she would get that from, but yeah, this is just I don't know, man. This is just y'all done got me starting to read this, man. We ain't even done with the first page. Oh my God. All right. See, I don't know if this is real, because I mean, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like the way that this is formatted, how it's written now, but I don't think anyone would sit around and just make this up. Like, okay, the shooting happens, and then someone gets online and just makes up this and just puts it out. I wish I could highlight it, copy it, and we could put it in like Chat GPT and try to find out where it came from. But it's kind of written like a kid would write something like this. Maybe you'll see me as a weirdo, a freak, just as some of you do now, but I'm not. I'm not like the others. I would never ever want to be like them. But you're wearing the same shirt as a school shooter. So if this is real, then you're just contradicting yourself and all this, because you wouldn't be wearing the same outfits that motherfuckers that did the thing before you already did. So that's how you know this is a kid. They don't know what the hell they talking about. I would never ever want to be like them with how they think and what they do on a simple day. I hate how the population thinks, grows, and talks, and how they make romance fake. If only some days we could do a public execution, that would be gladly needed. I wouldn't mind throwing some stones at idiots. You'd be the first one they threw some at, or even watching from afar back when they get hanged. Twitter can prove that for a fact. Well, Twitter is ran by Elon Musk. Shout out to Tesla. You know, we going up. We in the 400s right now. The portfolio is looking nice, but we'll talk about him a little bit later. Twitter can prove that for a fact, or so I think, and I think a lot more than some people think I do, or maybe they don't think what I think, because most people can't do what I'm going to do. Death is something most people need to embrace and accept rather than running away from it. Once you know, you'll be proven guilty on all charges and wish to be killed in any good way that is not simple and is more painful than anything, or at least I would hope on that behalf. Yeah, see, y'all wanted me to read this shit. Revolution and population. Yeah, I don't know what's coming. I don't know, Kendall. This is some white people verbiage. I've never put these words in sentences like this. So I'm trying to find, hey, I have no idea what's going on here, guys. I'm just reading what's on the paper and trying to follow along with it, but it's complicated. It's got my eyes kind of cross-eyed. I'm trying to figure this out with y'all. You know what I mean? The revolution should be well. The population should be well. We're at 329 million in America. That population is good, but it's not and never will be. I want to change that, but will I truly? The population is why I gotta be scum? I thought why I gotta be scum? The Mo and the Moaz, we are not scum. Your family might be scum, but don't be putting the population of scum. We not in that. The population of scum has been worked over. The population of scum has been worked over the years, over the years, as it did during the wars and fighting over what should be right and wrong. The sick people will dissolve into dust and be forgotten about. What is this? Like in the Avengers? You will ruin the human population and turn into whores. You will ruin the human population and turn into whores of filth and begins that shouldn't live. Whores and scum are things I hate the most and will always hate. You have no meaning. You and your parents should be hanged in front of everybody. What does she know about whores at 15? Oh, niggers. Niggers, though. Why we gotta be worse? Niggers, though, worse. Once you sleep with one, you are one. I don't care if you think you are or what you've done good for the world, for this world of yours. It will never matter because you will always have no thought and no brain to continue. Wait a minute. Now why the whores get to be the scum, but we gotta be the worst? We worse than whores? Why? Wait a minute. I don't have a brain or a thought. Why I gotta be worse than a whore? Why can't a nigga be a good nigga? I'm a good nigga. Why the niggers gotta be the worst? Why couldn't it be whores and then like you put us a step above the whores? Why we got you gonna say the population of scum, but then say niggas are worse than the population of why we got to be the worst? You were just talking about the Indians, no disrespect to the Indians. You were just talking about the Indians. Why we got to be the worst? No thought or no brain. It says niggas though. The only time there's all caps is when it comes after the niggers. Niggers though, worse. Like why we gotta have all caps? We haven't had all caps. We over 1,000 words in. Why we got to be the worst? What do we do? You live in a white, matter of fact, what's the population look like up in goddamn Madison? Madison, Wisconsin, the racial composition of Madison is 74% white, 8% Asian, 7.7% two or more races. It's only 1% black people in Madison. What you know about niggers? You know about niggas. There's only one person up there. It's one family up there. They talk about niggers. It ain't that many niggers up there. It's one or two niggas up there. 269,000 people. There's 269,000 people up there. 269. There's only 2,000 blacks up there. 2,600 black people up there. And you talking about the niggers. Why are we the worst? Hey, man, look at it right here. Niggers the worst. How we get to be the worst? And there's only 26 of us up there, 2,600 of us up there. And you probably only know one or two of them. Why we got to be the worst? And once you sleep with them, you are one. So if you a mixed person, man, you a nigga. You may not appear to be one, but you one of us. Niggers, though, worse. Once you sleep with one, you are one. I don't care who you think you are or what you've done good for this world of yours. It will never matter because you always have no thought and no brain to continue with. I hate looking at some of the people in society and seeing that they are, why they got these big ass goddamn watermarks over this? I hate looking at some of the people in society and seeing what they are and what they do with their lives. Like, how does one do that? But I know how out the scum and just pure retardedness. I'm glad to be different and I'm not the same as others. You know, you the same white girl. You different from all the white girls out there. The other white girls, they go to school, they live a normal fucking life. You're a weirdo. I know how to be formal. No, you don't. We looked at you laying out here with this dirty ass, funky ass shirt on. I know how to be formal. I know how to use my words, even if no, you don't. Even if I get mad at you, there has always been a reason, whether or not I despise you or just because I can. Some of you guys really do deserve the execution punishment, whether painful or not. You deserve to be dead. But yet, doesn't the whole world deserve that? The main target has been anyone with some sort of feeling or being of knowing any action to turn you wrong and left rather than right and the better. What the fuck is she talking about? I'm glad to, we read that. Either way, I will always hate humanity and I will never be overruled. If someday it's so overruled and I shall never see that day, and knowing how this world is and how everyone is scum of filth, nobody will ever overrule it, and everyone will be in some worthless thing. What the hell does this even mean? Jeez Louise, give me a second. Oh no, man, y'all tripping when you think we about to read all of this. Man, let me just gloss over this. We're not after niggas is worse, man. And I'm good. Blah 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 blah. The hate I get and the hate you get is mutual. You hate me and I will always hate you, no matter what you've done. But you will always have a little place of hate, unless I just skim through it. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think, though, nor would I really ever. I'd rather be dead than sit in a room all day, no matter if it's schoolwork or even my own room. Even if I like being alone, I will never be like anyone else and ruin my mind. I am a part of the real thought and real revolution. Introduction to myself. My name is Samantha. I was born November 7th, 2009, exactly 2 years after Pekka's attack. Incredible, am I right? Nobody knows I'm doing this. I got the weapons by lies and manipulation and my father's stupidity. I planned on shooting myself alive a while ago, but thought maybe it'd be better for evolution rather than just one stupid born suicide, which hopefully I'll reach at that point. I planned this myself, nobody else. I act alone. There would have been no way to change what has happened. You can't, and you never know. You can and you never will know. You never cared too much to know anything about me. I'm glad you don't know. I've always been a quiet kid, I said, or at least that's what everyone else around me has said, and never really had the brains for most things because I wasn't smart enough for people around me, even though I am good at science and some stuff. Nigga, please. I thought you was different from everybody, but you just told us you stupid and you only knew science. I wasn't smart enough for the people around me, even though I'm good at science and some stuff. What the fuck is some stuff? I'm good at some stuff too. Sleeping, eating, drinking. I'm good at some stuff too. Making jokes. Nobody really looked at me in a good way in elementary or middle school, nor even high school. Right now, it doesn't matter much because I like being alone. Sometimes I just hate being picked on, but yet I mourn for friends. But I thought you didn't want to be around people. But I mourn for friends, but sooner than later, they'll leave. My therapist sucks. He's just some weak and fat guy who doesn't deserve anything, and he has now nobody deserves anything good. My so-called family never included me because I was too weird for them. My father never treated me with respect. My father will always make me stand out in the worst possible way, yet bring up how I failed school or can't get out of bed simply because I don't want to leave. So I thought you were smart at science and some stuff, but you tell us that you're failing school, so you're a failure to society. So we put you worse than the niggers. So it goes her, the niggers, and then the whores. According to her and her words, that's how we got it. She's the scum. Well, she's below the scum. Niggers are above her because she's the worst. She's a failure. She can't even pass class. And then the whores. He makes me look like a freak to his families and friends. He says so much, but look at his bad side. My parents divorced quite a few times, which didn't help me at all, but not did. My parents divorced quite a few times. What the fuck? My parents divorced quite a few times, which didn't help me at all, but not did it really affect me. It just made me a little lonely because nobody was there for me and never really was. My mother tried overdosing when I was around 12 or something. I don't care if she would have survived or unalived herself from it, but yet she was still here. Doesn't mean she actually was in my life. I see my parents as failures for everything they've done to me and just kind of effing with my life. There was never a helpful advice given to me. It was all bullshit. The world itself is bullshit. It's fair, though. To be fair, though, so why should I or you see it as much in it? Shit, I love life, man. I put up with the bullshit. Shit, I'd rather deal with the bullshit than deal with a goddamn dead pit. I never really liked my father, to be exact, because honestly, why should I? Or hate is mutual to each other. We will never see me as his daughter. He would never love. Well, in the post, he said it seemed like he said he loved you. He would never love me like he loved his ex or his kids or even alcohol, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to anyone because no one heard me out and just made fun of me my entire life, and I'm sick of it. I've been trapped and forced into my corner. I hate this corner I'm stuck in. I hate humanity for forcing me into this little hole. I once had this time when I was young. You made me dig for so long, and now I can't leave. I once had this time when I was young. You made me dig for so long, and now I can't leave, but only look up at your smiles laughing at me. Honestly, don't remember how old I was. I know I was young, but yet I remember everything that still happened because it happens every once in a while. Never have I ever once brought this up to a therapist, anyone, because nobody cared at the time, nor will now. I saw things around me and I laid on the floor, not being able to move. I was overwhelmed and tired. Hard breath, things around me felt bigger than usual, and I was faint. Once in a while, I get the same feeling, just I know how to control it. That one night I begged for my mother to help me, but she was in the next room to me in her apartment where she was with her boyfriend, awake because all I heard was her walking right past my room. I was the wrong child of the family. My parents admit they didn't want me, nor did even if my parents admit they didn't want me, nor never did, even if I've grown. I've always the one who sat out or sat in another room because they didn't want to interact with me at any point in time. Then I stayed in my room all day during the day and night after and before school as well. Doesn't help that the school was a pain in my ass while getting teased and pushed around. I always got picked on for being out of pocket, as if the quietness was out of pocket for them and just too odd or something. I moved schools, was already happening, picked on again, just not any words. I know this will happen anywhere and any time in my life, but it's annoying. I'm starting to realize you will all die and perish and be forgotten in 20 years or less. You a fucking lie. You a lie. I made it past 20 years. I'm about to do another 20. I got at least a good 52 years left in you, boy. Your family will think you are a disappointment, as the hate I have for you now isn't enough. I want to hate to tear you apart, but yet it won't happen because you are the reason hate is a thing and will always continue to be a thing. I am not hate. I am simply pointing this out. You and the system will always suck, therefore need a revolution. Nobody understands that, nor do people understand that the fact that they probably sat next to me in the class and never thought a single word about me, nor ever really thought to. I don't really care, though, to be honest. Nobody really has. Man, do you know how many people I've been in school with that I've never spoken to? Man, it's school. Everybody ain't supposed to talk to you. Plus, you was a weirdo. Her words, not mine. You was a weirdo. You weren't smart enough. You knew science and some stuff. You telling us all of this. You pointing out why you was weird. You would have went off in the corner by yourself. It's not someone else's job to be social to you. Now, the only reason I'm talking this way is because she's a murderer. If this is real, all of this is alleged anyway, but this is because she's a murderer. It's not like if it was the other way around, she was getting picked on and like a bully unalive her, then yeah, we'd have to have some sympathy for her because we're seeing all this is going on. But you took two people's lives, so we don't give a fuck about nothing you got to say. But man, I stayed to myself. But hey, man, people gonna pick on you. That's life, man. The wolf hunts his prey and continues life with no other bruises or scars. There is no predator and prey anymore. It's all filth walking. There's nothing more with filth. It simply cannot die or make hunts real if only they want is value. Yeah, she wanted to be the cool kid. Everybody ain't the cool kid. I wasn't the cool. Well, I knew everybody, but I wasn't the cool kid till until high school. And then, because once I switched schools, that's when things are a little bit different for me. When I was at the hood school, I knew everybody. So when I switched schools, I stayed to myself. But how the new guys, I had the ladies and stuff. But let's get back to this. So here's the shooters that she allegedly put herself after. Pekka Eric Avenu, November 7th, started at 11:40 of 2007, 2 years before my birthday. The true ideal of so-called future, the future of revenge from his own inspiration and more, leading more true inspiration of mine, of thought passed on from others rather than rotten like anyone else. Simply a guy who knew what he was doing and not ruining his life, just rather make a better place, blah, blah, blah. They ain't talking about nothing. Approximately 126 days apart from my own ending. An ultimate saint, deaths made. Nah, blah, blah, blah. She ain't talking about nothing. All right, so this is just going off of the people that she like molded herself after. All right, man, y'all have me read all of that. Again, we don't know if that's real or not, so. Sheesh. Yeah, we don't know if that's real or not, but that's that. Let me see if there's any news on it, and we can move on. Let me see. 6 hours ago, news.
(10:57 a.m.) Our officers were responding to a call of an active shooter at the Abundant Life Christian School here in Madison. When officers arrived, they found multiple victims suffering from gunshot wounds. Officers located a juvenile who they believe was responsible for this in the building. Additionally, the officers began administering life-saving efforts to anyone who was wounded and making sure that those persons were transported. We know that at least 3 people have lost their lives, including the juvenile person. We believe the shooter was a student at the school, yes. To be honest with you, I'm feeling a little dismayed now. I'm so close to Christmas. Every child, every person in that building is a victim and will be a victim forever. And these types of trauma don't just go away.
All right. That's it there. I got a couple of times. Well, I was really just, me. I was just going to do my own like little fact checking. Hopefully everyone stays safe these holidays. Make sure you tell your kids to be aware of their surroundings. Let them know, like all seriousness, dial 911, close the doors, get up under the desk, and I want to say exit the building, but you never know if they got people outside waiting to be like. It's just so much. Have any of y'all actually been in an active shooter? I've been in one, but it ended up to be a false call. But we had a lockdown on base. Yeah, I've been in one. Now in my office, it was my desk. So when you come in, there's a desk on the when you come in, there's a desk on the right. On the left, there's a couch, and then it was my desk facing the door. Oh man, as soon as they locked that down, I closed the door. I was in there. So when I sit at my desk, when I was in the military, I never had my boots on. So like I had this little box in front of my feet. But I always took, when I'm at my desk, I was always sitting there because I always wore Nike socks to work. I never wore my military socks. So I always take my boots off because I had this little foot massager thing up under my desk, and I never wore my top. So I just be in there a t-shirt, man. We got that damn alert at the bottom of the screen. I locked that door, put that couch in front of it, and turned the co-worker's desk. Man, I just laid down up under my desk for like 2 hours while they were waiting to clear the base. But yeah, it turned out he didn't have a weapon. It was just some dude with like he had ran like the gate, and then they were trying to find him. That was while I was over here in Germany. Did we had I had lockdowns at high school. At my first school I went to, we had school lockdowns. I mean, niggas is always bringing guns to school. I mean, we knew people had guns, but there was a gunshot that went off outside the school. Matter of fact, I'll show y'all where it was. So a gun went off outside of school. So we had a lockdown in high school, but you know, every now and then they did random searches once you got off the bus. So this is my high school. This is this is the first high school I went to before I went because they were about to lose their accreditation. The gym over here, the gym got hit by a tornado. Got the tornado memorial right here, you know what I'm saying? In front of the school. This is where you used to go down at. This is the football field right here where I got that inch of that scar I got on my up under my right knee. I had an inch of glass because because we didn't have a real, so this is like an old baseball field, but it was the practice field for the football players. And you know, man, everybody be up there drinking and stuff. Bottles are out there, so it wasn't a good place to be having football practice, but it's all we had. And I got tackled, and I got an inch of glass stuck up under my knee, so I had to get surgery for it. But I'm gonna show y'all where the gun went off at. This is where we used to hang out and smoke it up under this bridge. A train goes up under there after school. You go over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it used to go down. See, all of this is new because they merged two high schools together. So my rivals, the one I got into it with, the ones that shot up my car, they went to another high school. But now those two high schools are together, so they had to build on to it. But I was up on this floor right here when the gun went off because there's a park. There's a park down this street over here. Man, how the hell I get out of this view? This used to be where the buses to pick you up at in this little roundabout area right here. The buses pick you up. But over here, there's a little park. Right over here. Niggas got the bucking. It was during lunchtime. They got the bucking and everybody from the park. Because if you, like juniors and seniors, you could leave school to go and eat. Well, the niggas went over to this park. They got the scrapping and some niggas got the shooting. And then... So everybody ran, it's probably like 50, 60 people ran back to the school to come back in school from lunch. And they thought one of them had the gun. So they put all of us on lockdown. But they said it was 3 people with a gun. So we all went into lockdown. This is my freshman year. Yeah, I'm just getting there. This is probably like October, November, my freshman year. They was over there scrapping and they all came running back into the school. Nah, these are like normal stories. Like y'all didn't have y'all's high schools wasn't like this. These are like normal everyday stories for us. My boy Jason whooped the nigga over here at Ruskin Way Park. Well, he ended up getting jumped though, but he was whooping on one of them. This is our sophomore year. And then if you watch First 48, there's a Kansas City version from I want to say 2007, 2008. There's a guy on there that died. What the fuck is his name? He rode the bus with me too. He died over a drug exchange. This white guy stabbed him. Jesse. He got stabbed. Me and him rode the bus together. He was cool, dude. But he lived over on one of these streets here. He ended up dying. He was on First 48. Well, he was a victim, but yeah, so that's Kansas City for you right there. So this is Ruskin, and then so this is my high school, and then I'll show you what the niggas we were beefing with before they merged schools together. Ruskin. Oh no, these are apartments. No, where's Blue Ridge at? You go down Blue Ridge. I know we off topic right now, but we're gonna transition over in a minute. See, they turned into a middle school. So this used to be our rivals, but now because it's the Hickman Mills School District, but then you had Hickman Mills High School, and then you had Ruskin High School, but now everything's up under Ruskin High School. So this is how close we were. Just a 3-minute car ride. Oh no, that ain't it. Yeah, there you go. Just an 8-minute ride straight down Blue Ridge. And then they were over by the mall. So when I first got into it with these niggas, where is it at? Well, the mall ain't there no more, but there's a place called Bannister Mall. I got in a fight over there with them. They ended up getting jumped. They took my Jason Richardson Golden State trolley jersey and my Flint 13s. And ever since then, it was always on site with them niggas though. So whenever you hear me talking about like fight, that's how I got that blade cut right there. Them were the niggas that did that. So I got this when we went up to Central Missouri State University. So I got this. I got stabbed at the club with this one. Yeah, man, it was some wild times. But yeah, so when I be talking about like all those stories, like I was out fighting, those are the niggas I was fighting. Like I was cool with the dudes in the city though, but that's why you know what I'm saying I was. Man, you win some, you lose some. But back then in the early 2000s, we wasn't really doing too much shooting. You know what I'm saying? But shit, it got dangerous after that. You know what I'm saying? You had to have a gun on you. But yeah, at that time we were just beefing with people. It wasn't really like too much shooting or nothing like that. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's life. All right. Now it wasn't like an actual blade. It's probably trying to. I always look at it as karma though, because I stabbed a guy in 6th grade. So I always look at that like karma, man. They got me. It was like a little blade or something, like just like a little knife or something, like a little pocket knife you have on like your keychain or something. Because we went up there and it was about 20 of us up there, but everybody gets spread out around the campus and stuff. So that fight was probably like 5 on maybe 9, 10 maybe. So it's about like 2-1. All I know is I made it out. You know what I'm saying? RIP to those that didn't, you know what I'm saying, on both sides. But I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, that's the life we chose. But all right. What was it? Oh, yeah. We're gonna talk about old Donnie. Oh man, here go DeMarcus ass. Them Panthers. How about them? How about them? We getting cheated out there, man. They cheating us. All right, we're gonna talk about old Donnie T. He ain't getting out of this. He thought he was, but he ain't getting out of it. I know people talk about, man, he's the president. You know what I mean? He was once a president. So, but everything that's going on now is literally setting the precedents for everybody else following up. Now, with the hush money, he's probably not gonna have. He'll probably just get like a probationary period, but I doubt they put him in jail. Like, it would only be like 6 months anyway, 6 months to a year. But as of right now, the judge did say that, hey, we're not dismissing it. It was going through. Now, this could wait until the day that he gets out and they go ahead and slap that 6 months on him. But at least the conviction will still be there on his name. But everyone else, they don't get this kind of privilege because they aren't the president. Now, they can definitely get pardons. But, I mean, this is rare. We person of the year shit. He's more your person of the year than mine. I don't even live in America. I don't live in America. He's Time America's person of the year. I live in Europe. We ain't got no Time person of the year over here. Y'all person of the year is Donald J. My person of the year is nobody as of right now. We ain't got nobody announced. So I think I like to step up. On behalf of Europe, I like to be the person of the year. Oh, Donnie J. But there's two things I want to talk about with this. Well, there's two cases I want to go over: the hush money, and then also what Letitia James is doing about the money that he's going to have to pay back to New York. And then I did want to do a segment of Donald Trump backtracking on all the promises that he made to all of those out there that voted for him, thinking that, man, this is going to be great. Because you know me, I like to follow the numbers. I like to try to, figure things out. And we're just gonna go through all of that real quick. Go Donnie. Oh, man. Donald Trump alleges juror misconduct in New York hush money case. The judge said, I don't give a fuck what you talking about, Donnie. President-elect Donald J. Trump is alleging there were jury misconduct in a New York criminal hush money trial that led to his conviction earlier this spring on dozens of felony accounts, according to a letter to Judge Merchan sent by Trump's legal team in prosecution on Monday. Merchan didn't make clear what these allegations involved, but the judge wrote that he decided that A December 3rd letter from Trump containing the allegations should be made public for sake of transparency, and that it should also have redactions to protect juror privacy and safety. Allegations of juror misconduct should be thoroughly investigated, the judge wrote, while noting that the judge isn't allowed to rule on such claims unless they are made under oath through a formal motion, meaning Trump would have to go up there and under oath say there was juror misconduct. Now that can lead to contempt of court, you know what I mean? Perjury for lying, you know what I mean? So this is a risky thing here. Now, there's also the what was it? ABC, they paid out that I don't know why they paid out that 15 million. They must have something else in the works, because they definitely could have beat that defamation, because legally, up under what the judge said, the R word is, according to New York law, what Trump did, the actual assault basically follows up under that R word. That's what the judge say. Donald, don't try to sue me because I ain't got shit. You're gonna be mad as hell trying to get $1 out of me. But it is significant to this analyst that Trump's letter consists entirely of unsworn allegations. Merchant said, as I was just talking about, he's going to have to take the stand if he really wanted to do that. Now, I was hoping that ABC didn't pay out that money so they could go ahead and get his ass into a deposition, and then they could start talking about everything that they had going on. But ABC, they probably know with him being in office, it's probably best to just pay this 15 million, leave it alone for now, and then let the, you know what I'm saying, the revenge come back out once he gets into office, and you'll fight it from that aspect. But Trump was convicted May 30th on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records to cover up hush money payment made to an adult star, Stormy Daniels, ahead of the 2016 election. Now, Stormy Daniels, I heard about her name, but if you're in that realm, we know that Stormy Daniels was never like a top actress. You know what I mean? No one ever Googled, let me look up Stormy Daniels. So that already tells you where Trump was at. Since his conviction, Trump has tried to get the guilty verdict tossed out based on the November presidential election victory, as well as the Supreme Court ruling dealing with his presidential immunity. In addition to addressing Trump's juror misconduct allegations in a letter, the judge rejected Trump's immunity argument Monday in a separate ruling. It's not clear how much of the alleged misconduct will be revealed when the redacted letter from Trump, along with his prosecution response, becomes public. Merchant told Trump's legal team and prosecutors to review his redactions, and if they appear accurate, to then post their letters on the docket that is accessible to the public. So what he's doing right now is pretty much smoke and mirrors. So the judge is saying, no. We're going to do this the legal way. We're going to do this the right way. If you have these allegations, let's get sworn in. Let's submit this on a docket because it becomes public records. This isn't a federal case. This is a state case. So we want you to swear under oath that these allegations you believe are real so the whole world can see. But the reason they're probably going to fall back from that and withdraw from putting this on an actual docket is because as long as Trump is saying that, hey, there was misconduct, all of his blind followers, no, man, you see the juror, then why won't he file this? Why won't he go ahead, swear under oath that there was juror misconduct, put this on a docket and let us read it? Because then it will look bad to his people, even though they're not going to care if he's lying or not. But that's why the judge is saying, hold up, if you want to do this, let's do it the legal way, file this, and let's get it out there so everyone can see it. We'll, you know what I'm saying, we'll redact the jurors' names and everything. But I guarantee we probably won't see anything else on this. Merchant said he would revisit his redactions if Trump files this formal motion, which will require Trump or someone else to make the allegations in a sworn statement under penalty of perjury. Otherwise, the judge said he cannot allow the public filing of unsworn and admittedly contested statements. Lawyers for Trump didn't immediately respond to the request for comment. Manhattan District Alvin Bragg's office declined to comment. See, so what's going on here is it's not that technically it is, but everyone's talking about like how Trump is getting away with all of this. But you got to remember, he has all these people in pocket The Supreme Court, they're doing this immunity. We've never heard like presidential immunity. They just do this shit together to look out for him because they were appointed by him. But you see on the state side can still hold firm what New York is doing, what Letitia James is about to do with this $400 million, what they're about to do down in Georgia. If they can get, I mean, it'll probably get pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. But they still got the RICO trial down in Georgia where he still has 15 counts. 2 of them got thrown away. It was initially 17. Now it's down to 15. But see, the states, he doesn't have any control over this. And the judges are still doing what they're supposed to do. All right, let's go ahead and file these motions. But he won't go through with that because he knows it's going to put him in more shit. Because eventually you're going to get out of this presidential immunity. Just like this hush money, it wasn't president. This wasn't part of your presidential job. This is before you even became a president. So he knows there's no way around it. And what he's going to try to do is get this sent over to a federal court case where he'll have the power to be able to dismiss it. But the state, Alvin Bragg's like, no. This is state. We'll keep this here. 34 counts. We're going to keep that on you. So if they do postpone this, because as I said, I doubt they give him probation during this period. I don't know what they're going to give him 6 months probation and he still just be the president. So what they're going to probably do is put this on hold until after he gets out. And the day the next president is sworn in, hey, we can have your court date the next day. We can go ahead and give you 6 months in prison, 1 year. But it's only because he's a president and he didn't amass so much power that we're going through this. Now, you see everyone else is going to jail. Everyone else is going to jail in a timely manner. They're doing their time and they end up getting back out. And now he's back in charge. So it looks exactly what it is. It's the fucking mob, guys. It's the mob. You know what I mean? It's the mob. But that's what's going on right there. So the 34 felonies will still be on his record. And you know he's always the best to do something. We'll keep that. Let me see. Yeah, Donald Trump was in a lot of stuff, man. All right, so what else we got with that hush money? Judge rules no presidential immunity. So we got the immunity up and out of here. That's the hush money. See, when I ask you guys, y'all want like quick breakdowns like that, I can just do like a quick video and upload those for you because I'm about to have a lot of time where I can make videos throughout the day. So I do want to, like, any articles you send me, I can break it down and give you like other information that we can tie into it. And I can just knock out videos. So I can start having videos on this channel. And I got a kind of like a history segment I'm gonna do. 2025, I got a lot of stuff planned. You already know I got some stuff going. Let me see.
A New York judge has rejected President-elect Donald Trump's request to throw out his conviction in the criminal hush money case. Judge Juan Merchan said in a court filing Monday the Supreme Court's ruling giving presidents immunity from prosecution over official acts does not apply to this case. A jury convicted Trump in May on 34 counts of falsifying business records to conceal hush money payments to adult film actress Stormy Daniels in the lead up to the 2016 election. Trump's sentencing had been delayed while the judge considered the impact of the Supreme Court's ruling. CBS News investigative reporter Graham Cates joins us now on the phone. Graham, how does Judge Merchan explain his decision?
Sure. He said that, first of all, that the majority of the evidence shown at trial, he said that all of the evidence shown at trial related to unofficial acts, even the stuff that happened when Trump was president. And this has been long a contention of prosecutors and has been the subject of other court decisions to other courts, saying essentially that the scheme to cover up a hush money payment couldn't possibly be construed as the official act of a president, but a personal matter. And he said that even the evidence that was challenged by Trump's attorneys, he backed up the prosecutor's contention that it was a small, what the prosecutors described as a sliver of the mountain of evidence, which the judge said overwhelmingly pointed towards Trump's guilt in the case.
Graham, what happens next in terms of potential sentencing? And do you expect Trump's lawyers, can they appeal? Do you expect they will, and can they appeal?
They can appeal this decision and are likely to, and they separately have said that they will appeal the conviction if they need to. They aren't yet able to until the sentencing is dealt with in some way. And so that's what's outstanding here. There's another motion to dismiss the case that the judge hasn't ruled on. And that motion essentially says you have to dismiss the case and throw out the conviction because Trump was elected president and he has constitutional responsibilities that this will weigh down on. And the judge has to make a ruling on that motion and then decide if he's going to sentence Trump before inauguration, if he's going to push off sentencing and other proceedings until after Trump's term in office, potentially 2029, or take some other route in order for this case to be taken care of, or follow what the Trump's team says and toss it out altogether.
Graham Cates, thank you.
You know what I do? Since this is the game Donnie wants to play, I tell him, oh, no, we doing your sentencing before you become president. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to put you on 2 years probation. You can't leave the state of New York. So whatever business you got, I don't give a damn. You on probation. You can't leave the state of New York without checking in with me. You need to go international? Check in with me. You need to go to the White House? Check in with me. That's what I do. Yeah, you might not go to jail, but you about to be on probation. You got to check in. You can't leave the state of New York without us knowing. We need the state needs to know where you gonna be at, Donald, because you are on probation. Yeah, we might allow you to go to the White House and back, but that's it. Anything else, we need to know. Now they're gonna say, well, you know, the secret. Hey, he's on probation. Y'all gonna have to. You don't have to give us an exact itinerary, but we need to know where he's gonna be at. They could definitely pull something off like that. Now, you know, everyone's going to be, the only problem about that is, of course, we know it's not going to happen, but this is going to be risky for that judge. If they are going to postpone this until 2029, when the next president comes in, like, he's going to be harassed. He's going to have state police watching his house at all times. That's the only thing. At this point, there's a lot of power out there. So people will do some stupid shit too, man. I don't know. We'll see though. I would definitely keep us updated on this. And then we're gonna go to Letitia James and see what she has for that $400 million he gotta pay back. And remember, he can't do business in New York for what is it, 5 years, 10 years? So it's barred from New York 3 years. All right, cool. From Trump, 354, which is it's around 450 million now because the interest that's going up on it. Let me see. Trump, LETITSA. Seven days ago, we'll go here. Donald Trump is a bigger name than John F. Kennedy in the White House. I mean, when you say a bigger name, is a bigger name as far as what though? Like publicity stunts? Like JFK did more than whatever Trump has done. I mean, when you say like a big name, he's only a big name because of all the fuck-ups he's done. No one's looking at Trump like, man, Trump's done something good. You know what I mean? When you think about it, unless you're a blind follower, because we already disproved that the stock market is up 40% from when it was with him. He's walking into, again, just like after Obama's economy, Trump walked into it and took all the claim for it, just like he's walking into what Biden and fixed now. So when Trump went to New York Stock Exchange, did y'all see that? Crazy, he was in there. The Dow was down 200 points. I thought Donnie dropped. I thought he drove it through the roof. Why would he show up there to ring the bell and go down 200 points? Dang, Donnie, I thought you was the money magnet. I thought you was the money magnet. Bitcoin at 107,000. Oh, wait, Donald ain't the president. Biden is. So everything y'all been telling me is a lie? Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. All right. New York Attorney General refuses to drop $486 million judgment against Donald J. A lawyer for the president-elect had urged Letitia James' office to completely dismiss his civil fraud case against Donald and his company. But guess what? They told him no.
Counsel Jack Smith filed motions to drop all 44 federal criminal counts in those cases. Justice Department's position that a sitting president charged. And now Trump's lawyer is demanding that New York Attorney General...
See, they had to drop all the federal stuff. One, because they're all about to get fired anyway. So Jack Smith, everyone, they're going to step down because they don't want to be fired. But you see the state of New York. The state of New York isn't like any other state. When you go to the state of New York, they don't play around, whether it's the feds or the actual state. Now, of course, the feds, Donald has the immunity on that side. But the state of New York, they said, no. There's 34 felonies, they stay in. That $486 million, when you've been inflating and deflating taxes and lying, we going to get that money. We not dismissing nothing. We getting that money. You already been found liable for it. So that's why you see these lawyers are still like, no, let's dismiss it because no. See, down here in Mississippi, we ain't got no gun line. Up there in the state of New York, they want that $500 million and they gonna get that $500 million. So Elon Musk, you have to come up with $500 million to give to old Donnie because New York ain't playing with y'all. New York is keeping their foot on the gas. That $486 million is paused right now. But you keep bullshitting, it's going to continue to go up. We're going to be looking at 700 million, $1 billion. Keep playing. They're going to get that money. They already told you can't do no business in New York. So everything you got up there right there, it don't even matter. It's just sitting up there. Y'all remember how many buildings were taking the Trump name off of shit? No one's trying to do business with this guy. Now you got like Amazon and Facebook donating $1 million is because, for them, they're in the good graces and they got a huge, they got a huge market share. They the top dogs within their respective fields. So for them, they're like, we'll give $1 million. They just trying to play it cool because billionaires are going to help out because, they're going to get all the tax breaks and everything that they want. So they want to look good. But see, the state of New York, these just regular folk working here, just honest. Hey, just mid-level people. We want our money, Donald. You've been bullshitting too long. We want that $400 million.
Drop her case against Trump too. Attorney General James successfully prosecuted Trump for civil fraud. In February, a judge found him liable for manipulating his net worth to defraud banks and insurers. He now owes the state of New York more than $450 million in damages. That judgment is currently being appealed. But in a letter to Attorney General James, Trump's lawyer argues, quote, President Trump has called for our nation's partisan strife to end and for the contending factions to join forces for the greater good of the country.
Now when it's him having to pay $500 million, he's like, listen, we're trying to bring the country together. Wait a minute, Donnie, I thought you said you was part of the January 6th mother effers. What do you mean bringing the country together? Weren't they the ones trying to tear the country apart? No. You had to pay that $500 million. Remember, Donald, you told us you were worth $7 billion. $500 million ain't nothing to you. Why you over here? I thought all you did was win, Donald. Why are you over here writing this and complaining? Just pay the money, man. It's nothing. It's nothing, Donald. But see, unlike your employees that you don't pay, the landscapers that you weren't paying, the contractors you weren't paying, you're going to pay the state of New York. You're going to pay the state of New York. You might not get no jail time. You're going to have 34 felonies. You might not get probation time, but you're going to pay that $500 million. They're going to be on your ass. You're going to be crying about it. You're going to have to, well, you're the president. Once you become the president, you are no longer authorized to sell any merchandise. You already got sued to stop making them damn guitars that you ripped off. Them glasses that you got with the bullet in, can't sell those no more. Yeah. Them shoes, you ain't gonna be able to sell those no more. Oh, all your business in New York, you already can't do business up there. Where you gonna get this money from, Donnie? We already know you were having a problem with your lawyer fees while you selling everything. What you gonna do, Donnie? You can't raise it. Oh, that's right. Your son did get $1 billion from the Saudis. Oh yeah, they did get that. But you think he still got $500 million just sitting around liquid from that deal back in 2018? I don't think he got 500 just laying around, let alone to give to you on your tax fraud. Damn, it's getting ugly out here. They begging, ain't they? Please, we trying to bring unity together. Wait a minute, Donnie. I thought you had $7 billion. I thought you was the richest man to ever walk this earth. You told me that. That's what you told me. You told me you rich. Why are we having a problem paying this? Pay this money and go on about your way, Presidente.
Country. This call for unity extends to the legal onslaught against him and his family that permeated the most recent election cycle. Joining me now is Christy Greenberg, former federal prosecutor who served for over a decade in the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York. Christy, good to see you. Thank you for being here for the good of the country.
Thank you.
What do you make of that?
I mean, it's so absurd, right? I mean, the idea that, this whole letter, it's 4 pages and it's a history lesson. He's citing Abraham Lincoln and the Thanksgiving Proclamation and George Washington, all about this call for unity, when all Donald Trump is called for is a call for retribution against the people who investigated him, against the prosecutors who prosecuted his cases. He's called the Democrats the enemy from within. And then this very lawyer who drafted this letter is the one who got up before the Supreme Court and said Donald Trump has the power to order SEAL Team 6 to assassinate his political rivals. Like this is not about a call for unity. I mean, it is laughable. This is not a serious legal argument. Nothing in here is a serious legal argument. It's more political rhetoric that's really, as Judge Chutkan has said about Trump's lawyers, unbefitting of experienced defense counsel.
And yet it's coming on the heels of these other cases being dropped. So what makes this case different?
Well, one way in which this case is different is this is a civil fraud case. This is not a criminal case. And this is not a federal DOJ where they dismissed their cases or moved to dismiss their cases because there was DOJ policy to do that. Here you have a civil case where there is Supreme Court law that's very clear in Clinton v. Jones, and it was actually upheld even in this most recent immunity decision that says if you're talking about unofficial acts that happened before the president was the president.
Might not get jail time out of him, but all these acts happened before he became president. And this is a civil case, not criminal. You had to come up off that money, brother. You had to come up off that money, brother. Oh, man. I wonder what New York going to do with that money. Maybe do a little bit on the infrastructure because he's going to try to cut off federal funding for New York. And, well, we're not going to give y'all no money since you got this hanging up over our head. Well, this ain't going to do nothing but go through the roof, and they ain't going to do nothing but start seizing assets at that time. See, this is a civil case. There's nothing the feds can do for you in this situation. It's either you pay that money or they legally take your shit. So the states can fight back. The states can fight back. Of course, we know federally it's going to be tough to do anything unless some of those Republicans come along in the House and in the Senate and they like, man, he's fucking up too badly. And they vote against him, which I can see them turning within this first 2 years. They're going to be 100% in. But those last 2 years, once they see that he's about to get out, you're going to start to see a lot of these Republicans start to shape up and try to get on the good side. They're going to be like how Mayor Adams is in New York. We still got to get back on your case. Matter of fact, I think his lawyer, she hit me up and was asking, did we want to move forward? I didn't know if y'all were still interested in it or not. but we can definitely bring her on here because she emailed she messaged me last week. Remember we were doing a little fraud trail? She messaged me and asked if we want to continue. I was really like, man, we all forgot about Mayor Adams. But if y'all want, we can bring her on here and we can grill her with them tough questions because, I'm not going to tiptoe around anything. But this is a state, baby. Donald, you better figure it out. You better figure it out. Putin got a lot of stuff on his hands. He losing to, oh, don't worry. I got something for you. We're going to talk about that next. I got
there is no immunity for that. And you actually can still bring those claims while a president is a sitting president. Like that case can go on. But that Clinton v. Jones doesn't show up at all in this letter. It's 4 pages. He cites a lot of case law. None of it relates to the fact that this is a civil case and it is different from the others.
So what do you think James does?
I think she laughs. She gets a good laugh this Thanksgiving Eve. I mean, maybe she responds to it, but it's clearly a, hey, this is nonsense. We're not dropping anything. And by the way, he's asking for the entire case to be dismissed. So Donald Trump was one defendant in this case, but this was a case against other family members. This was a case against Trump's businesses, right? Like this was not just against Donald Trump. So the idea that that Tish James should just drop the entire case against everybody is, just again, laughable.
So this request for dismissal, it was sent by John Sauer, who, as you know, is Trump's pick for Solicitor General. Just how unusual is that?
I mean, but this is why it's also, the letter is a love letter to Donald Trump. He talks about the fact that, he's the most successful developer in all of New York City. This is a historic election victory. I mean, all the kind of flattery that's in here that's why he was picked. I mean, this is what Trump does. It's kind of not just the law, but all of his picks. You have to be kissing the ring. You have to be somebody who flatters him. And that's how you get into his orbit. And he really sees, I think, the Department of Justice and the Solicitor General and all of these legal positions really is people who are going to be his lawyers, focused on his interests, not the interests of the public, but his own. And that is very, very dangerous and something we've never seen before.
Well, perhaps at that point, he has said he's willing to take this case all the way up to the Supreme Court. What happens then?
I mean, again, I think the Supreme Court precedent here is pretty clear, at least with respect to this case. But, with the Supreme Court, who knows? I mean, I think we all also thought that there wouldn't be complete, immunity for criminal prosecution for official acts. And, that was a very surprising decision.
Oh, man. Well, that's what's going on there. Of course, they're going to try to drag it out, take it up to the Supreme Court. At that point, we got to see how they're going to do. But there is no immunity for that because that was before he became president. And now we're about to go down the trail of everything that Donald J. Trump is backpedaling on because he made some promises when he ran. And, well, let me tell you something. Those promises, which we already knew, weren't going to come true. Let me see. DeMarcus said John F. Kennedy was crooked. I mean, every president's crooked in some aspect. But he wasn't running any fraud. He wasn't keeping classified documents. I mean, every president has done something people gonna be iffy on, It just depends on, what I'm saying? It just depends on it depends on the crime, I guess. Black said that Bill Clinton would be considered too close. We would consider what? Black said that Bill Clinton would be considered too close, be the closest thing to a black president before Obama became president. I was a kid, so I don't know what the hell. I'm trying to think, what did Clinton do? Clinton did a couple of things. But everyone's been talking about Donald J. Trump and his connections to Russia and how him and Putin are so close and he could potentially end the war. Remember, Trump said he could end the war within 24 hours. Trump ends war in 24 hours of election. So right now we're just gonna go down the path of Donnie backpedaling on everything. Where is it at?
Comfort, yes, comfort my people, says your God. I believe these words.
Joining me on the set, our international affairs commentator, Douglas Herbert. Hello to you, Doug.
I will.
We got a European perspective there. Foreign policy, obviously, what much of the world is thinking about, maybe Americans, it's not on the forefront of their mind.
Not at all.
But there are a lot of conflicts we're wondering about. When you look at Ukraine, what
2023, that he would seek a rapid end to the war. And he actually went further, boasting that he would end the war within 24 hours. Now, that did not go down. That went down like a damp squib, if you will.
So remember, while he was on campaign, everyone was complaining about the money being sent to the Ukraine, how America's being owned by Ukraine. Donald said that within 24 hours of being elected, since he has such a good relationship with Putin, Kim Jong-un, XP, or I forgot the Chinese guy's name. He said within 24 hours he would end it. Well, the war isn't ended. The war is continuing to go on. In that very same weekend that he was elected, I don't know if you guys were watching or not, but Putin and the Russian government the same weekend that Trump was elected, Russian state aired explicit photos of Melania Trump on the news. Now, everybody was saying, oh, he's so good with Putin. He get in there, man. We can't have anyone weak like Kamala in there or sleepy Joe Biden. Trump would get in there, and within 24 hours, he would end it. As soon as that happened, he got elected. Russia, they put his wife on the news. They didn't care. Put new photos up there. Man, they don't fuck with him like that. They all laugh at this guy. But he's been telling us that he was going to end this. Well, it turns out what he announced this week, or should I say yesterday, Trump says Russia-Ukraine peace may be harder than the Middle East. So he lied to everyone. Yeah, man, 24 hours, I can end the war. But it comes to find out he can't end the war. And we know he can't end the war because we have a president and we have a Secretary of Defense that actually know what the fuck is going on with foreign relations, that put together another budget to send some military aid over there because we knew that Donald wouldn't be able to end this. We can't let Russia take over Ukraine, a sovereign state, because if they get that, then they won't stop. So now Donald is backpedaling, talking about, well, you know, we can't really fix the war, which we're going to see him send money to the Ukraine. He's going to have to send money to Ukraine because he's going to realize that Russia's been playing him. It's crazy how life works, but I've been telling y'all this for months.
You said that your conversation with Prime Minister Netanyahu was kind of review. Could you repeat?
We just had a very good conversation. And, you know, the real conversations will start on the 20th. But we had a really good conversation. And I think we're going to be in a good place in the Middle East. I think the Middle East will be in a good place. I think actually more difficult is going to be the Russia-Ukraine situation. I see that as more difficult. I don't think they should have allowed missiles to be shot 200 miles into Russia. I think that was a bad thing.
Nah, don't back down now, Donnie. You told us you was going to end it in 24 hours. We allowed those missiles over there because we didn't trust what you were going to do when you got into office. So we allowed them to shoot those missiles over there. And right now, Russia is trembling. But you know that you're about to get in power, and Putin might allegedly somehow, this is all fictional that I'm talking about right now, might have something on you. And once you get in office, he could potentially expose something that he has on you. So now you're talking about it might be harder to end this, because it is a fact that the 2016 election, there was interference ran by the Russians. Now, of course, we know it wasn't on the Democratic side, but this is a fact. It's getting interesting.
And that brought the Koreans in, North Korea, another man I get along with very well. I'm the only one that does. But that did a lot of bad things. I don't think that should have been allowed. Not when there's a possibility, and certainly not just weeks before I take over. Why would they do that without asking me what I thought? I wouldn't have had them do that. I think that was a big mistake.
You ain't the president, nigga. They ain't got to ask you a damn thing.
Take that, man.
Will you reverse that decision when you're in office to let those?
I might, yeah.
Missiles be
I thought it was a very stupid thing to do.
And when you
So
say
any
that-
reaction
just
to
one last
Cross?
one, just when you say that there will be hell to pay if the hostages are not released before January 20th, what does that mean?
Well, they're going to have to determine what that means. But it means it won't be pleasant.
This guy. Let me see what else they got. Blah, 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 blah. But ain't that one. At surprise news conference, Trump pushes for a swift end to wars. We not watching no 14 minutes of him talk about that. But during a wide range impromptu press conference at Mar-a-Lago on Monday, President-elect signaled the eagerness to wrap up the conflicts in the Ukraine and Middle East as quickly as possible, suggesting he would call on some of the combatants to make significant compromises. We've been doing our best, and we'll see what happens. Trump said, since the election, I've been working every day to put the world at ease a little bit and to get rid of wars. Trump has previously insisted he would need only 24 hours to end the wars between Russia and Ukraine, which is now pressed on for more than 1,000 days. But on Monday, he said he anticipated that it would be more difficult to resolve than the current turmoil in the Middle East, which is rooted in the century-old Israeli-Palestinian conflict. I see that as more difficult, Trump said, before decrying the president administration recent decision to loosen restrictions on Ukraine's American-supplied arms in recent weeks, allowing Kyiv to strike deeper into Russian territory. I watched the video of that. They blew up this armor depot. It was crazy. I don't think that should have been allowed, he said, certainly not weeks before I take over. The president-elect also suggested that he might accept Kyiv to hand over land. See, he wants them to hand over land to Russia as part of the negotiated peace, signaling a departure from the Biden administration longstanding policy that Ukraine should steer any discussion on making territorial concessions in order to end the war. Although cities are destroyed, he said, it's nice to say that they want their land back, but the cities are largely destroyed. He said he'd speak to Putin and Zelensky before weighing in on how much land Ukraine should cede, but it's still possible to deal. But said it was still possible a deal to end the war could be reached before he entered the White House. Man, listen, Ukraine did not fight this much to give up any of that land. Man, that land is Putin's grandfather's land. Ukraine, Belarus, what's the other two countries? Czechoslovakia. It's like one or two more, but they all branched off after the Soviet Union fell. Man, they fighting for themselves, man. Poland, they ain't about to get, man, no one's backing down from Russia. And they actually see how weak Russia is. I don't know if you guys remember, but I broke that down. They're losing over 12,000 people a day. Russia is. So it's getting ugly up there. President-elect. The Israeli hostages, what he was talking about in Gaza. But I mean, that's pretty much it right there. What else have we got? Oh, we got some more backpedaling. Who all wants don't we want lower grocery prices? Ain't that what we all want? Everybody was talking about that. Well, let's see Trump backpedaling on this. What is this? PBS. I think PBS be copyrighting. Let me go somewhere else. Well, Trump said he won the election on the word groceries.
And I won on groceries. It's a very simple word, groceries. Like almost, who uses the word? I started using the word, the groceries. When you buy apples, when you buy bacon, when you buy eggs, they would double and triple the price over a short period of time. And I won an election based on that.
He won an election based off of the word groceries. Well, let's see what Donald got to say now.
We are just 38 days away from President-elect Donald Trump taking office, and we're learning more about his plans. As you may have heard, he had a big day yesterday. He rang the bell at the New York Stock Exchange, and he was also named Time Person of the Year. Speaking to Time magazine, Trump warned there's one key campaign promise he might not be able to keep. Nicole Killian has the latest from West Palm Beach. Nicole, good to see you. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Gail. President-elect Donald Trump will be focused on his party's agenda this weekend. He's set to return to the Washington area to meet with Speaker Mike Johnson and take in the Army-Navy game. But for now, he's basking in the glow of his latest recognition.
President-elect Donald Trump received a Wall Street welcome, ringing the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange as Time magazine's Person of the Year.
We're going to have an economy the likes of which nobody's ever seen before.
But in a lengthy interview with the magazine, Trump, who made curbing inflation a cornerstone of his campaign, conceded it may be difficult to lower grocery prices. He explained it's hard to bring things down once they're up. It's very hard. Trump also said one of his first official acts in office will be to pardon most of the January 6th rioters. Quote, it's going to start in the first hour, maybe the first 9 minutes. The former president was accompanied by some of his cabinet picks, including Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a vaccine skeptic tapped Health and Services. When asked if he might get rid of some childhood vaccination programs, Trump replied, it could if I think it's dangerous, if I think they are not beneficial, but I don't think it's going to be very controversial in the end. Our is expected to join Trump's other desk on Capitol Hill next week. On Thursday, he'll defense pit with his first Democratic Senator, John Fetterman.
A great conversation with the senator.
There's not really a new thing. We had a conversation, and that's part of the process.
Moderate Republican Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, a pivotal swing vote could make or break Trump's agenda. The centrist group no labels it could be a hard 4 years to go.
The approach is going to be everybody line up. We got you here, and if you want to survive, you better be good.
Hey, Nicole, I know you got to go, but before you do, the White House, President Biden just granted clemency to 1,500 people, and they're saying this is the largest number of commutations by any president in one day. So what can you tell us about his decision about that?
Well, Gail, it is significant. Those Commutations were aimed at people released from prison, placed home confinement during the pandemic. The president also issued 39 pardons for Americans convicted of non-violent crimes. The White House says Mr. Biden is still reviewing other petitions and wouldn't rule out the possibility that he may consider preemptive pardons for prominent critics of President-elect Trump. Gail?
Yep, we're all watching. Nicole, thank you.
Man, well, that's what's going on in the world right now. That's what's going on right now. Grocery prices look like they aren't going to be going down. There's been tariffs that he's been threatening to throw out between Canada and Mexico, but Canada and Mexico both responded and said, if you do it, then we'll do it. We'll fuck everything up together. I mean, that's pretty much it. Unless y'all got some stuff, then we can talk about that. But yeah, the groceries don't look like they're going down no time soon, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you, you still gonna be paying overpriced. But yeah, if we got anything, some free time here. What time is it? 7:30? Yeah, we got like an hour. Well, I got like 30 minutes because we're gonna do a Tubi movie tonight too. So the deportation. Let me see. Trump working out immigration plans, pushing for large-scale deportations. I mean, I already, even if my simple behind can figure this shit ain't gonna work out, man, listen, I don't know what experts he has on his team. I don't care. Even when I was in the military, I didn't care if you outrank me. If something didn't sound right or we got an emergency response, I'm like, hey, I don't think we can do that, sir. And this is the reason why. I'm not gonna be afraid to tell somebody no. So I don't know if it's just fear of working for him, but I'm like, dog, this shit ain't gonna work, man. He's just gonna have his old ass is just gonna have to get mad at me. I'm like, man, it's not gonna work. I already tried to explain, like, as far as the military stuff goes, we don't just have military members sitting around waiting to just be put on the roundup group. Everybody in the military has a job. You know, everyone ain't just out marching around just waiting for that call. No, they got jobs. Your guard and your reserve, they got regular jobs. You're going to take people away from their jobs to be on this roundup group. And then he talking about the countries that don't take the deportees back. We're going to hit them with tariffs, which is going to continue to drive the price up, which is just completely idiotic. Maybe I should have gotten to politics, man. I'd be on Capitol Hill right now fighting for you guys. But then again, I don't know, man. We'll see, man. You know, I've been looking, I've been getting some job offers to come back to the States, but man, I just don't know if I can come back to the States, guys. I'm sorry, man. I do be thinking about it though, because I'll be making a lot of money, but I'm just like, man, I love the way I'm living. All right, let's see. Trump's team working on immigration plan, pushing for large-scale deportations. All right. Well, let's see how this works out. When I watched this morning, I immediately thought of you and Torian discussing it in the live. Yeah, see, Torian, he's for like the deportation. Me, hey, man, I personally don't care. Even when I lived in the States, I just didn't care. No illegal is ever doing a job that I ever wanted to do. There's never been like, I've seen some illegals like, damn, I want to do that job. So for me, they doing the jobs that we ain't taking. Like the healthcare and stuff, yeah, I don't agree with that or anything. But I mean, I personally don't give a damn. America was built off of immigrants. Hell, America is nothing but immigrants. Unless you're a Native American, then you're an immigrant. There's nothing else you can say about it. If you're white in America, you're an immigrant. If you're black, I know people gonna say, well, no, black people were here first. And then the Native Americans, they were Africans and they came over. By the time they got here, their skins became bronze because of the skin. I mean, not because of the skin, because of the terrain that they were in and the environment they were in. And their bodies began to adapt to that. They became Native Americans, but technically they're black, they're Africans like everyone else. But that's just going all the way back. But yeah, if you're in America, yeah, you're an immigrant. That means Donald Trump, your wife got to go back. Because she wasn't born in the States. You talk about you don't want to be naturalized by marriage. You send her ass back. Yeah, get her on out of here. Why ain't this playing? Here we go. Anything ain't gonna play? Let me see videos.
Okay, let's talk about the president.
And if I can get some Hispanics to work on like some landscaping or something to do in the house, and I only got to pay them like $100 for the day, I'm paying them $100 for the day before I go get my head busted overpaying someone $2,500 for what I paid. You know what I'm saying? I paid how much you get that bathroom done for? Oh man, they didn't need the carpet. I done got the whole house recarpeted for $500. All I had to do is get the material. $500. They got the whole house done. I'm paying $500. It's no different than, because if that's the case, then why is y'all buy Apple phones and stuff? Apple's made over in China for cheap labor. But y'all use them damn phones, don't y'all? So don't be mad at me because I'm getting cheaper labor. Hell no. Y'all get y'all clothes from Taiwan, right? Y'all get y'all clothes from Pakistan. Yeah, I'm getting cheaper work. I'm just gonna do it. Trump don't pay his employees. People coming out suing him because he ain't paying. Then damn it, I'm getting cheaper prices too. Why I can't get? Oh, I forgot. Niggers are worse. I'm getting my lower prices too now. I'm not about to be the only person overworking and spending more. No, my name is not Spend Mo. This is one time you don't call me Mo. My name is Spend Less. Not Spend Mo, spend less. Yeah. You said you can do what? You can get all the roots about the yard. You can put that sod down. You can put the bricks up, the landscaping, and you can do the concrete. For how much? $200? Say less. Matter of fact, hop in the back of the truck. We gonna go down to the Home Depot, hop back there, show me everything you need. Let's go do it. $200 to do all that, and I can go sit in the house and chill. Oh man, come on, man. You know somebody that does painting. How much they gonna paint the house? A whole house for $175? Look, man, I'll make it even 200. I'll make it even 200. You know somebody that can detail cars? Oh, you do? Bring them on through. Matter of fact, bring over everybody you know and line them up and let me know what they do. You speak a little bit of English. Let me know what they do, and I got a job for you. You know what I mean? I spend low. Spend low. I ain't paying more. I'm spending less. I don't have a problem with immigrants, illegal or not. People, the crimes. 99% of the crimes committed in America are by American citizens. Did y'all know that? Did you know that 99% of the crimes committed in America are by American citizens? That's the number they don't ever tell you about. They talk about these illegals committing crimes. Did you know that 99% of the crime is committed by American citizens? It might be like 95, but did you know that over 90% of the crimes committed in America are by its own citizens? There was a mass shooting yesterday. It wasn't an illegal immigrant. It was an American. You know, January 6th, those weren't illegal immigrants. Those were Americans. I thought Americans, I could have sworn Americans didn't commit any. I thought they didn't commit any crime. Interesting. Let's continue.
President-elect, who is now preparing for those mass deportations during his first 100 days in office. That's what he says. The plan includes finishing the border wall and pinpointing the first group of migrants to be deported. Right now, several other countries.
Did y'all, you know I'm a numbers guy. Did y'all know $18 billion was designated to build a wall and only 47 miles was completed and it's been 8 years? Did y'all know that? There was $18 billion designated for a wall and only 47 miles was built. Did y'all know that? It was $18 billion that was set aside to build some wall, but I thought Mexico was supposed to build the wall. So where's the $18 billion at? It's been 8 years and only 47 miles is built. But there's illegals coming into the States. But I thought we were building a wall. But I thought somebody else was building a wall. Where'd the money go? Where the $18 billion at? They talking about money that's going over to the Ukraine when it's mainly military aid. Where the 18 billion at? It's only 47. I know people probably thinking, what you talking about? I got the numbers. When I'm not watching TV shows, I do my digging. I do what I got to do, guys. I do what I got to do. I do what I got to do. What up, Nina?
Countries are bracing for an influx of migrants. CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya Galvez is along the U.S.-Mexico border in El Paso, Texas, and he joins me now to discuss. Camilo, so we just said in the introduction to you that he is potentially coming up with a list of who would be targeted first. What are you learning about that?
Well, Vlad, good morning. To carry out what he has promised will be the largest deportation operation in American history. President-elect Trump will likely make significant changes to U.S. immigration policy. We should expect the incoming administration to terminate current Biden administration policies, Vlad, that limit who ICE agents can arrest and deport from the country, allowing that agency to deport a broader population of people who are in the country illegally. Right now, the Biden administration is generally exempting migrants who are undocumented, who have lived here for many years without committing any crimes from deportation. That will likely end. We should also expect the incoming administration, Vlad, to reinstate immigration enforcement at work sites. That will entail ICE agents going into work sites like poultry plants, factories, and the like to round up undocumented workers who, again, are working and living in the U.S. illegally. That stopped under the Biden administration, but it's likely to be reinstated. And of course, we have heard the incoming Trump administration talk about the idea of enlisting the help of the U.S. military, Vlad, to carry out this operation.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm interested to see how this is gonna play out, especially like day one. Do you guys just think all the illegals just not gonna show up to work on the 20th? They're just like they're not gonna show up. I definitely want to see how this plays out because it's gonna be pandemonium out there. For all y'all on YouTube listening to me right now, be prepared to get your work boots on because they telling you to get out. If you were legal and you got a job right now, you're gonna be on shifts. You right now, if you're listening to me right now, you about to be on shifts. They about to take you from your regular job. You about to be on roundup duty. You gonna get on out there and and you gonna get you some illegals. If you listening to me right now, you better go find you some good walking boots. Get you a maybe I would say hiking boots, but some of y'all live in cities, y'all ain't gonna be on that type of terrain. So get you some good trainers. Get you a Camelback you can fill up with water because you need to be hydrated out there. Make sure you pack a lunch, preferably fruits. But then again, it might be a little expensive to pack fruits because there's not going to be anybody actually out there harvesting their fruits. So, but yeah, y'all about to be out there working. All y'all gonna be like, Mo, we can't join the live today. We on roundup duty. I'm like, well, y'all be all right. Hey, y'all, I need y'all to round up 3 a day at least. 3 a day. You want to be able to go home to your house? You need to round up 3 a day. Y'all about to be working. How many illegals percentage wise you think will actually get deported? Oh man, I think in the first year they'll probably have like 50,000. I think maybe 50,000, no more than 100,000. Yeah, I say no more than 100,000. Is it like officially deported, or are we talking about detained? Because being detained and deported is a little bit different. You know what I mean? I think you might get like 150, maybe 200, but there's no infrastructure built to hold all of them because there has to be some way to identify that they are truly illegal. Obviously, if they don't have an ID or anything, but by this time you can get IDs. So there has to be a holding section. Like they got to be able to stage them. They got to be able to document them. So if they ever come back, you know what I mean? So I think as far as deportation, we might see 50,000, but we might see over 100,000 rounded up. But even then, where are they going to hold them at? On military bases? Where like there's people donating land, but there's no facilities out there. It's going to be human rights activists out there. Even though they're illegal, they're still humans. They're still on American soil. Yeah, I say maybe like 50,000, if that. They don't even have a plan. They talking about day one. It's 30 days before they get in here. They don't even have a plan. They don't have a health plan. They ain't got no deportation plan. They ain't got no tariff plan. They ain't got no grocery plan. All they got is concepts. We haven't heard one official plan that the Trump administration has. It's just all been talk. Whenever you go over there and watch these goofy ass conservative channels and shit, they don't have nothing. It's just, man, Trump's a good guy, man. They're trying to bring him down. But the nigga don't have a plan for nothing. It's just all concepts. We talk about 1 million people removed a year. That's what they're trying to do. 1 million. Even under Obama was doing this, and he was doing what, 300,000 a year? Or he did 300,000 in like 4 years, or 1.2 million or something like that, because it was like 300,000 a year. This isn't going to work. We're going to be looking at it. It's going to be a shit show. I'm going to be over here documenting it, laughing, telling y'all, I told y'all months ago it wasn't going to work, but man, we just a small channel over here, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You know, I really do love y'all, but this shit ain't going to work.
To at least some degree. We actually spoke to border czar Tom Homan, who told us that military planes could potentially be used to deport migrants to their home countries, including Mexico, which is right across this wall, that the military and the Department of Defense could also provide logistical and operational assistance by, for example, helping the Department of Homeland Security set up holding facilities near the U.S.-Mexico border to hold and detain migrants awaiting deportation. And incoming Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller has even talked about the idea, Vlad, of deputizing the National Guard to go out and arrest and deport undocumented immigrants. But of course, as you know, Vlad, all of these changes and policy proposals are likely to face legal, operational, and humanitarian challenges.
Look at that. I told you the humanitarians are going to be out there like, nah, man, you can't just have them out. We already had this when Trump had them in cages. That was already, and then they talking about the kids are missing. Well, that's because they were all in cages when your ass left, and then they all got let out, and we don't know where everybody went. But also, let me ask you guys something. If you're leaving a country, a third world country that doesn't have anything, and you're taking this journey to a country that, let's just, in theory, America has everything you want. The American dream is real when you think about it compared to these other countries. Yeah, you got your bullshit, but let's be honest. I've been around the world, and there's no one with better living conditions besides like Finland and Sweden. There's no one with better living conditions than America. So America is that's the gold standard. All these countries. If you made this journey up here to potentially have that life, if they deport you and you were that close, do you think these people are just going to say, fuck it, we're deported, they're going to come right back. They're going to try even harder to get over here this time because all they have to do is just wait. So no matter what the deportation plan is, they're always going to continue to come over and try to make it across the border. They're not just going to get deported and say, damn, you know what? They got me. Fuck it. I'm just going to stay down here in Ecuador. No, they about to come up with another plan. There's going to be more people that are getting them across. They're just going to continue to come back. You think they're going to go back there? They left there for a reason. They don't want to be there. The living conditions are horrible. They at least got a chance up here because that American dollar, which everybody was talking about BRICS, which is falling apart, just like I predicted, because them countries, they can't, all those countries are nuisance. They can't work together. Fucking not Iran, India and China, they going at it. China mad at Russia because Russia's sending goddamn tanks down to India, which India is using against China. They're not going to be able to work together. Fucking North Korea is a part of this, and they're just a fucking malnourished country. They don't even stand a chance in this goddamn battle. These people are not about to go back to their home country. They're going to try to get back over here. That $1 that they making, that going home, oh, they living the life. That $50 I'm giving them to do the tile in my bathroom, that $50 back at home is like $1,000. They're going to take those chances. If I get deported again, guess what? Who cares? They deported me. I made maybe let's say I was there for a year. I made $5,000 in a year. I sent that $3,000 back home. I get deported. I get back up. Hey, I'll be back, man. I'm about to try to get back up there for 8 months, get me some work in, make a couple of $1,000, send that back home to the family. They're going to continue to keep coming. You think they about to just get deported? They're like, damn it, they done got me, man. Fuck. No, they're going to keep coming back like they continue to come back now. It didn't stop when you was in office the first time. It didn't stop when Biden. It's never going to stop, man. It's never going to stop. Yeah, it's a logistical nightmare. It's going to cost so much money to send them back. We're going to be losing money when I thought we were bringing this administration in to save the money. The Department of Government Efficiency. They go, what? We're going to be using all of our military stuff. They complain about military aid being sent to fight a war so we don't have to fight it. But we're going to use all of the military aid here to transport illegals to the border. And Mexico's going to say, wait a minute. This is Mexico, nigga. This ain't Nicaragua. This ain't Ecuador. This ain't El Salvador. What the fuck you bringing them here for? No. And now you got to book flights for them. What airline is about to be like, you know what? Yeah, we'll fly them over there. You want us to fly a whole plane full of illegals on our good ass planes? What airline is about to say they're gonna do that shit? American ain't about to be. We ain't about to give up no 50 planes for you niggas for these free ass flights. Hell no. Delta ain't about to. Man, you better off. Hey, Spirit, what you got going on? Spirit's like, nigga, we going up under. You know, Frontier, it definitely ain't. Man, we can't even put them on Frontier. How goddamn janky that shit is. Hey, put what airline y'all think is about to be like, here go 20 planes. Y'all can use it. What airline y'all think is about to do that? Virgin Atlantic, maybe? Man, Virgin Atlantic ain't doing that shit. Alaska Air, you think they doing it? Get the fuck out of here. Mexico, like, hey, nigga, they not Mexican, bro. What are you bringing them to the border for?
That's right, because under the Constitution, the United States military cannot be used against American citizens on.
We went over that a couple of weeks ago. You can't deputize the military. You can't bring the military into the streets. You can't use the military against the American people. And any general can tell Trump that is an unlawful order and they can't do anything. Well, it depends on who the department. Well, see, that's the only thing about the feds and shit. But legally, any officer or any military member, no. This ain't a lawful order. Nope. We can't do that. See, we have a thing called the UCMJ, Uniform Code of Military Justice. And we can't, hey, if it's unlawful, you have every right and you have protections that you ain't got to do it. Nope.
U.S. soil. But Camilo, really quickly, the president has also talked about separating families where you have a child who was born in the United States and perhaps parents who are undocumented. That would face significant legal challenges because as an American citizen, that child would have rights, all of the rights ensured under the Constitution of all citizens in this country.
That is completely right, Vlad. To level set, there are about 4 million U.S. citizen children who are living with at least one parent who is an undocumented immigrant, who is an immigrant in the country illegally. That means that there are millions of children in what we can call mixed status households with varying degrees of immigration categories. And these children obviously cannot be deported because they are American citizens. ICE does not have the legal authority to deport them. But what the president-elect is saying and what his incoming borders are suggesting is that the families can return to the parent home countries together, that if the parent who is here illegally is targeted for arrest, that parent can make a decision to go back to Mexico or whatever that home country is with their U.S. citizen children. And that would be a self-deportation, if you will. It is still an open question, Vlad, if many people will actually take that option.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to say, if I'm illegal and my child is legal, and they talking about no, my kid is staying in America. I'm not taking my kid back to that. I left there for a reason. Like, no, oh my God. It's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. NWA is niggas won't allow that airline to fly illegals out. That's what NWA stands for. Niggas won't allow. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. Concentration camps. You remember during World War II, though, they did have not concentration camps. They had camps. They had Japanese camps here in the States. Y'all knew about that? That's pretty much what it's going back to. Y'all knew about that during World War II, the Japanese camps? Yeah, there were Japanese camps here in America. They rounded up all the Japanese who they thought were spies during World War II, and they put them in camps. So, I mean, we're going to see how this plays out. But I'm not, like, if my kid was born here in the States and my kid's illegal, oh, no, my kid ain't going back to that country. Look, you stay with your legal uncle, your legal auntie. They'll take guardianship. I'm going to go back to the country, and I'll be back. Don't worry, I'm sneaking back over here because once they do a sweep of that city and they go to the next one, it's literally going to be like how it was over here. Like, people going to be hiding out. Once they do a sweep of your city, they'll pop back up. Now, they might not be working because they said they're going to be doing sweeps over these industries, but how many agents are you going to have that are going to go in there? I always mention to you guys, I used to do shop surveys. So within my shop survey, when I would go to a shop, it might be a shop of from 5 people up to maybe 200 people working in that individual shop. Now, when I go in there and do a shop survey, I'm looking over all the hazardous material that they have. I'm looking over all the training data. I'm going over any hazards that they have, whether it be sound, ergonomics, like air, breathable. So when I do a shop survey, I'm going over everything. So I got to go through their roster, see all their employees, make sure everybody has their training up to date and all of that. But the way that works on the base, a bio shop, there's maybe an average bio shop for one base. Out here in Spain, we had 22 people. But between the 22 people we had at that shop, we probably had about 80 different places that we would have to do shop surveys on. Now, depending on the level of it, if you got a lot of hazards, you got your category 1, your 2, and your 3. Your category 1 must be done, I think it's, what was it? Category 1 is every 12 months, every 12, 15, to 18 months. So you'd have to do that. But we had those to rotate to go out there and do that. For all of these corporations that are out here, do you know how many agents they're going to have to hire that have to go out there and then go through all of it, all the paperwork, and find out, is there any illegals? Guess what? They're not going to have these illegals documented. They're fucking illegal. They're paying them up under the table. They're not getting paychecks. They're getting cash. So all they're going to do is tell the illegals, don't come to work today. They're going to be, hey, we got the heads up. They're going to be here. Y'all don't come to work for 3 or 4 days or a week, however long it is. And then they're going to pop back up unless you got somebody just sitting there watching. But then that turns the whole corporation into a goddamn plantation. And you got the slave owner watching. Where's the illegals at? There go one out there in the field, chasing them down in the field. So it's not going to work. It's just no way that this is going to work. They didn't think any of this through. So that's why I'm telling all of y'all that are listening, y'all going to get y'all some good ass trainers on. Depending on if y'all live by the countryside, you're going to need to get you some boots because they're going to be coming knocking at your door. Wake your ass up. You on roundup duty. That's the only way this is going to work. That's the only way this is going to work. Exactly. That's how it's going to work. All right, we come to your house. How do you know if an illegal lives there? How? Someone please give me an example. How can I go to a house, inspect this house, and know that there's an illegal there if there's no one there except for the legal people? How would I know that there's an illegal in this home if I do my inspection? Let's say, boom, you come in my house right now. You do the inspection. You go in my room, no one in there. You go in my guest room, no one in there. You go downstairs, no one in the laundry room, no one in the storage room. You come up here, you go upstairs. You go into my other room, which is my closet. You go in there, no one's in there. No one's in that bathroom, no one's in the living room. You go upstairs into my loft. You look up there, there's no one up there. You come down here, you come over into here. You see there's no one in here except for me on the computer. You go into my bathroom back here, there's no one in there. Then you go back downstairs, you're writing off, okay, this house right here, house number 45, Mo's crib, no illegals. As soon as you leave and I look and see you down the street turning left, go. I'm bringing the illegals right back over. Just stay out the house, stay down the block, watch them. Okay, they're going to do their sweep. They're gone. Come on back now. What, are they going to be checking every single day? How can you inspect and look for something that ain't there, that ain't documented? You know what I mean? Like, and then when they do come and knock in, hey, open up. Nigga, you ain't got no search warrant. You can't search my house. You see what I'm saying? It's just not going to work. They can't kick doors down because then everybody starts suing the feds. It's just not going to work. It's not. Oh, they're going to be knocking. Y'all say they can't knock at y'all. Matter of fact, let me.
The FBI. Yeah, this the FBI.
I got 7 people that think they ain't going to be on goddamn roundup duty. 7 people, roundup duty. Yeah. Names, IP addresses, got it all. Yeah, they're gonna be on roundup duty. Yeah. They talk about y'all ain't gonna knock on their door. Go knock on their door, kick their door in and tell them y'all on roundup duty. Give them their reflective vest and tell them they on roundup duty. Y'all on roundup duty. Hell no. Y'all gonna be on roundup duty. Get active. Play 60. Y'all on roundup.
Yeah, it's an interesting question, not least of all that those children would still be American citizens and thus would not have the same rights as their parents in their home country. All right, Camilo, excellent reporting as always, my friend, in El Paso, Texas for us. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Vlad.
And like he said, when you take them back to their home country, that's not their home country. Their home country is America. They're not going to be legal citizens there. They can't just go into the country and live, because then they'll be illegal immigrants into that country. So we will be removing the legals and making them go to a country that they are not from. They are from here, the United States of America. They will be illegals there and get deported from their home country back to America. What kind of sense does this even make? Did anyone think of that? Did anyone think we take the kids that are legal, deport them with their illegal family members to their country? Now they're illegal immigrants in that country and they'll get deported back to the States. Did they think about that part? Hey, you're an American citizen. You can't be here. Send this ass back to the States. And now they're going to tell America, y'all got to pay for this flight for these motherfuckers to come back. Oh, my goodness. That just crossed my mind. Like, thank you for pointing that out. They won't have any goddamn citizenship in those countries. They're going to have to come back. They don't have visas. They're not about to be like, you can come to Germany for 90 days, but then your ass got to leave. You become illegal. Now, me, I got my SOFA agreement, so I could be here for a minute, but you know what I mean? Okay, you think it won't happen when you live, Kendall. They said the same thing. They rated Mar-a-Lago. They can get it in your crib. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the immigration, man. We got 3 hours on here. That's pretty good, though. We knocked out a lot. We accomplished a lot. And y'all had me reading a manifesto, too. And they'll get you, Mo, for knowing about this and not saying anything. What they gonna? They can't get me. They can't get me. I work where I work at now. My position is good. I'm solidified. It's gonna take an act of Congress to get rid of the job I work at. Yeah, the Department of Defense, baby. Oh yeah, the Department of Defense. They got to all come together, all three branches. The Marines, well, the Navy/Marines, the Army, and the Air Force. They got to come together to remove where I work at now. Oh, they can't come and take me, baby. I'm solidified, baby. I'm solidified. And that's why I moved over. When I got the opportunity to take the job I'm at now, that's why I moved over. Because there ain't no layoffs for me. It ain't none of that. It ain't no furlough. It ain't no, we ain't getting paid. No. My check's coming in every other week. And that's one reason why I'm hesitant of moving, because I don't get paid as much as I would like, but I'm comfortable and I can pretty much do whatever the fuck I want. Yeah. Remember, I'm looking out for me. There ain't no kids or nothing. But in all seriousness, this ain't gonna work, man. This ain't gonna work. Y'all still never gave me an airline that is actually gonna work with. Like, there's nothing gonna happen, man. And if shit ever get ugly for me, baby girl, I trade it all. I just quit. I just quit and I just move. Get the hell out of here, go somewhere you can't extradite me, and I'll just speed up my second retirement. Just say the hell with it. I'll just do YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I give it up. But y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Hopefully y'all aren't on roundup duty. Let me ask you guys this though. Say they were offering $1,000 per illegal. You catching my drift? Are y'all turning in illegals, or are you just not dealing with it? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not turning nobody in. I'm gonna let them live their lives. Because you don't ask to be born. So man, if they like you born in these other countries, man, they didn't ask to be born there. That's just where they were born. Now I'm pretty sure they enjoy who they are and they love themselves and their culture, but they want better opportunities. Then America is the place, man. It's the melting pot of the world. Craig. I need to go before Congress. Oh hell no, man. Congress ain't trying to listen to me. I'll be up there talking. I'd have to actually write down my talking points because I'll start talking about stuff and I'll just start rambling. What else isn't going to work? Tariffs aren't going to work. Deportation isn't going to work. Oh man, we didn't even get to it. We didn't even get to it because y'all remember the CHIPS Acts that we were talking about weeks ago? I'm always ahead of all of this stuff. Y'all remember the CHIPS Act? Well, initially Trump was talking about that's bad for America. Well, there's a company in, I think it's Japan, that's pledging $1 billion or $50 billion that they want to bring in, but they did this in 2018. There was two companies. It was a company called Zoom. I think it was Zoom, and then WeWork that Trump had brought in. And guess what? Neither one of them were around anymore. Yeah, neither one of them are around anymore because this guy isn't the businessman that people think he is. Let me see. I got a quick second. See, this is the number side of my life. This is where my brain is like most of the time. I'm just looking up like numbers and shit like that. Oh, it's soft bite. All right, cool. All right, Trump and Japan tech conglomerate SoftBank announced $100 billion in U.S. investments. The goal is to create as many as 100,000 jobs over 4 years in AI and related infrastructure. Now, remember, Trump was against the infrastructure bill. Trump was also against the CHIPS Act, which is exactly what we got going on under Biden, which is actually $1 trillion that's going to generate over 500,000 jobs. But let's continue on. President-elect Donald Trump with Masayoshi son. Oh, that's a nice ass name, Masayoshi son. Head of SoftBank at Trump Tower in December 6, 2016. President-elect Donald Trump and the head of the Japanese tech conglomerate SoftBank, Masayoshi son. And that's Masayoshi. Masayoshi son will announce a $100 billion investment effort designed to spur artificial intelligence and related infrastructure projects. Now, why would he go and do that when we have Google here, when we have Apple here, when we have Amazon here? Why would Trump go to another country and allow them to donate $100 billion? Well, put $100 billion investment into AI here when you just told us that building our own chip factories here is taken away from the American companies, Donald. Why would you go to Japan for that, Donald? When we have American companies here that are doing AI. Adobe does AI. Why would you go to another country, Donald? You just told us the CHIPS Act is taken away from the chip manufacturers here in America when we don't have any chip manufacturers here in America. That's why we're bringing the chip manufacturers here, the largest one in the world. Oh my goodness, Donald. Did you forget that? Now you're going to Japan? Jeez Louise, Donnie. Trump and son announced a similar initiative in 2016 after Trump was elected president for the first time, with SoftBank agreeing to invest $50 billion in the U.S. with the aim to create 50,000 jobs. It's not clear whether the effort fully paid off, as many of SoftBank's numerous startup investments in the U.S. and beyond failed to pay off. So in 2016, he already tried this, which was a failure. So now instead of $50 billion, we're doing $100 billion. But where did that $50 billion go if all of these companies failed and they didn't use the whole $50 billion? It has you wondering. So now we're talking about $100 billion for 100,000 jobs when we already know that Sun and Trump together means failure. Trump alone means failure. What guy owns a casino and the casino goes under when the house always wins? Interesting. A report from Forbes in 2019 found hard data on the ultimate impact difficult to come by. However, reported it largely met the marks, at least for the time. It met the marks, but it didn't exceed the mark. See, when you do business, you want to exceed expectations. There's a bottom line that you want to reach when you do business. And if you don't exceed those expectations, you have to start cutting off the fat. Now, when you start cutting off the fat, you realize you're cutting off too much. And it all comes to a complete zero, which is what happened in 2016. And that is no longer around. So now let's continue on. Today, SoftBank is much smaller. So now, big company, 2016, $50 billion, gone. Now we're smaller, $100 billion. How the fuck do you get smaller and and invest more when you couldn't even control the small amount of money you had when you were the bigger company? This is just business 101. If you couldn't manage 50 billion when you were a large company, what makes us think that that $100 billion is going to be attainable when you're a smaller company that already failed? So you double it, but you shrink in size. How are we going to manage this now? What is this? Am I the only one looking at this like this doesn't even make sense? A fucking kid knows, all right, I'm the big dog. I got $50. Let's make this $50 work. Damn, we just spent that 50 already? Damn, that was just me. I got this 100. How am I going to manage this 100? I couldn't manage that 50 when I had eyes on it. Now, if we smaller, how are we going to manage this 100? Oh. Today, SoftBank is a much smaller company than when Trump first took office nearly a decade ago. And according to Bloomberg News, it has only $25 billion in cash. According to Bloomberg News, it only has $25 billion in cash on hand, raising the question about how Sun and his firm will come up with the pledge money. So we got 100. They only got 25 out the 100. So where's all these gonna come from? Where's this coming from if all you got is this? Where'd these go come from? Where? A SoftBank representative did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Yeah, because nigga, y'all ain't gonna be able to do this. Sun joins the slew of tech titans announcing investments following Trump's electoral victory. Amazon and Meta, the parent companies of Facebook, both announced $1 million and contribute to Trump's inaugural fund. as OpenAI CEO Sam Altman and AI startup Perplexity. So this is just me. This is just me talking, guys. This is just, hear me out. Hear me out. What I'm seeing here is this company is going to, well, they don't have the 100 billion. We obviously know they don't have the 100 billion. But what they're going to do is invest this initial $25 billion. They're going to go under. In all of these companies, Amazon, Meta, OpenAI, that 25 billion infrastructure that they had already put in place, these titans are going to buy it up. They're going to use the $25 billion that they got. It comes over here. This fails. Amazon, Meta, they're going to buy up everything. So all the technology and whatever infrastructure that they have built, these are just going to be pre-made buildings that they just take over and integrate into their shit, taking the technology from this Japan company. But the Japan company don't see this coming from a mile away, because if you remember, initially during the pandemic, what happened? What was significant? What was a significant technology during the pandemic that was the talk of the town? It's been brought back up as of recently. What was the big thing during the pandemic? Not the chip shortage. Well, guys, I'll let that simmer for a little bit. But Trump, now he has a warm spot in his heart for TikTok, right? Now Trump is all for TikTok, but now he's saying, no, we're not going to ban it. We're not going to get rid of it. But that's because false information was spread throughout TikTok during the election. And that's what he said he won off of. But if you think back during the pandemic, you know, I always got the facts. Trump was trying to get rid of TikTok. Trump was saying that the Chinese are spying on America via TikTok. He was trying to get rid of it. Now there's a potential ban and it's going to have to be sold. Trump is talking about, oh, I got a warm spot for TikTok. It's all a play. One of these titans are going to take over TikTok. Trump is acting like, oh, yeah, I don't. No. He's going to make sure somebody he knows is in place to get this. Now, this is from November 2020. The popular social media platform TikTok has so far avoided being banned by the Trump administration. You see how people forget what was going on? Everybody, oh, TikTok, man, Biden. Just like the vaccine was rolled out up under Trump and 100 million doses were bought by the Trump administration, but everyone says Biden was the one that put the vaccine out there. Trump was initially the one that wanted to get rid of TikTok. Trump was the one that took credit for the vaccine. But then when he seen the people, the masses talk about, oh, the vaccine is bad, because remember, Trump called COVID, he actually got the shot. He actually took some meds that weren't even on the market. But when he told everybody else to take bleaching, it wasn't real. The play is for this company to invest that $50 billion, go broke, and the titans take over. Everyone that's donating these millions of dollars is because they know that Trump is going to take care of the billionaires and give up all these tax cuts. Now, while our taxes are going to go up, Skyrocket through the roof. I told you 2026, be on the lookout for it. I don't just be talking. I know some people that know some people, and I do my research, but just watch all this shit play out, because he was the one that tried to ban TikTok. Now it's a warm spot in his heart because it helped him win the election. It's crazy. It's crazy how this shit is, and it's right there in front of you. The Trump administration's deadline for TikTok to find a new owner came and went this week. They couldn't get that owner that first time. So now he hasn't said they're not going to ban it. He just said there's a warm spot and they'll take a look at TikTok. What did he say? He's meeting with the CEO of TikTok. But this ban is going to get pushed through because they said before January 19th, Apple and Google, you got to remove it. I'm telling you guys. Listen, I might get on here and do my drinky drink. We might wild out a little bit, but one thing, when I sober up, I go and find the truth. The administration's push for a new owner is in large part because of national security, experts say. But guess who doesn't give a fuck about national security? Who kept documents 2 months after this November article? Oh, that's right, Donald did. Guess who was telling secrets to other countries? Oh, that's right, Donald did. He never gave a fuck about national security. It's all about the dollar. And here we are. We just found out that this company doesn't even have $100 billion to fucking invest. But all of these AI companies, Meta, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Elon got X. If Elon gets TikTok with X, it's right there on our faces, guys. But hey, I'm just a conspiracy theorist. That's what they'll call it. But I'm just giving you the facts. That's all. I just give you the facts. That's all I can do. And then it's just all lies, deception, disgrace, evil and plain as the scar on his face. Then you got him talking about, well, that's a whole nother thing, man. I'm Modi J, man. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. That's just what me connecting the dots and, you know what I'm saying, trying to see what the hell is going on and presenting you guys facts. I'm not making up any of this. Everything I'm telling you is documented. So it's not like I'm on here just saying stuff. I'm giving theories that could potentially go together. Now, is it a conspiracy? I definitely don't think so. We're gonna watch it play out, but everything aligns, and we'll see. We shall see. And Robert F. Kennedy, you better not take away my Crustables now. Everybody know Mo like them Crustables. I get the strawberry Crustables whenever I go to the store. They better not get rid of my strawberry Crustables. I'm gonna be upset. They better not get rid of these. If they get rid of these, I'm coming back to the States myself. I'm going to Capitol Hill. If they get rid of these Uncrustables, I'm on their ass. This ain't no threat. This is me standing up for what's right, damn it. I need my peanut butter and strawberry Uncrustable. When I get in an angry mood, I go and get me an Uncrustable and I calm myself down. But I'd be damned they get rid of these Uncrustables. You go get rid of broccoli. You better keep this Uncrustable. You get rid of corn on the cob. You keep this Uncrustable. You get rid of green beans. You keep this. You get rid of greens. You keep these Uncrustables. You get rid of these Uncrustables. Oh, it might be another January 6th. It might be another January 6th. Not for me, because I ain't. But I'm just saying that's how outrageous this is. Shit. The hell with that. You get rid of Uncrustables. Hey, I think that is part of it, Kendall. When I told y'all when I was younger, I used to have to read the newspaper. I I used to have to read the newspaper. Like my dad would make us read the encyclopedia, read the newspaper. And I used to just like look at shit. I would read I would only read like, to say continued on page like 14. I'd read the first page. Other than that, I wasn't trying to go and find no details, none of that shit. But yeah, man. Hey, all right. What time it is? Damn, it's already 8:30. All right, 10 o'clock. We'll do a Tubi movie. Let me see what they got on there. All right. Yeah, I used to read newspaper articles all the time. Let me see what Tubi got real quick, and then those Crustables ain't real peanut butter and jelly. You don't know that. You don't even know that. Don't you lie to me. Don't you lie to me. This is real in my book. Look, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It don't say artificial flavors. Look, smooth, yummy fillings. Oh yeah, this is the real deal here. Let me see what it says. Smucker's Uncrustables. See, now you got me going down the rabbit hole. You don't know, Kendall. You're lying to me. Of all the people, I wouldn't think you would lie to me. No, this ain't it. Look, meet a very good. Oh, I like that. Meet a very good solution. I like that. Boy, Smuckers, you a fool with it. Meet a very good solution to morning mayhem. Oh, I hate morning mayhem. Uncrustables, pre-made sandwiches with creamy peanut butter. Ooh, and smooth strawberry spread. Inside unbeatably soft bread. Just pack them straight from the freezer and they'll be thawed by lunch. Oh! Ooh, this sounds too good. Hold on, let me go in detail. Strawberry, that's my favorite kind. Oh, it's on wheat too? Hold on. It says it's on wheat bread. Oh, they got the peanut butter. Frozen sandwiches on wheat bread. Look, they got it over here. You can eat it with carrots, with strawberries, grape. Ooh, I got some grapes in the refrigerator right now. Calling my name. Mo, we want you. We want you. Okay, I'll be in there. Let me see. Frankly ask questions. Are Uncrustables products kosher? Yes, they are kosher. Oh, kosher. Kosher. I did not know. Are they vegan? Oh, they not vegan. That means they the real deal. They the real deal. Based on consumer feedback and preferences, Smucker's Uncrustable sandwich are reformulated in 2017. They replaced the high fructose corn syrup with sugar. Please be assured we are careful to maintain the delicious taste. Oh, they maintaining that taste. Ooh. Are they made with dairy? Sandwich contains milk ingredients. Ooh, straight from the cow. What jelly is used? So we may know a thing about jelly and jams and spread. Oh, it's real jelly and jam. It can't be jam because it don't shake like that. Ooh, I'm salivating. Ooh. Ooh, calm down, Mo. Calm down. Ooh. 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 Yeah, I was still that. Hey, no. You still. I got green grapes in there, seedless. Boy, I think we might do grapes and Uncrustables for Tubi tonight. Grapes and Uncrustables for Tubi tonight. Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, we supposed to go to Tubi, man. Kendall got me distracted over here for this healthy, good treat that they got. I'm about to be watching something on Tubi by myself. I'm just be the first time I watch a movie by myself. What is this? A Jealous Ex? Have we watched that? If I Go Missing. Toxic Harmony. What is this? This is a Tubi original? Because we can't watch Tubi originals. They be blocking shit. Oh, that's a... Yeah, whenever you see this on the screen, we can't watch that, man. Tubi be whooping ass. So we got to watch some hood shit. Hood! Leaf Life. What is this? It is a gritty, fast-moving story about a family who owns a popular cigar lounge and lives double lives as they handle family business.
You want to know something?
I don't know, man. It look decent, but single black female addicted to retail. Let me see what this is about. We could definitely, if you see Silverline, you see that horse on here, we can watch they shit. They be watching too. I got an interview coming up in January. College freshman Rose quickly forms a bond with her new roommate, Max, but Max's intense loyalty soon takes a dangerous turn. It's only an hour. If we start at 10 to about 11:30, that could actually work. Okay, make it rain, but we might have to pause a little bit on there. Last date. Did we watch this shit? Ooh, Left on Red. This sounds interesting. Left on Red, hour 10. With a string of failed relationships behind her, Taylor tries to find new love in a city while struggling to outrun the demons of her past. Deliveries from Eva. Oh man, play on the words, ain't it? Hour 20. Finding he still has a fan. A disgraced music star forms an unlikely friendship with a delivery driver whose fandom grows into a dangerous obsession. Crystal the doll. Oh, Crystal was just in the last movie we watched. Damn, they be knocking out these movies. What, they record a movie a week? Affliction, toxic mystery, misery. After lying to his girlfriend to go stay with his social media crush, a man finds himself in over his head as his woman's instability comes to light. Antonio Davis. Man, there ain't no regular Christmas movies. I can't watch them on YouTube. Don't even know what the damn Christmas movie would be. Classic comedy. Popular. Feliz Navidad. Home for the Holidays. Let me see what Home for the Holidays. I might check out this Affliction though. 12 Days of Christmas. What is this, a real movie? What is this shit? Let me see. When did this come out? All right, here we go. A Christmas movie. Following a painful split from her longtime partner, a woman plunges into the online dating world, determined to find a partner for the holidays. Let me see what the quality is. All right, it's decent looking. All right, we might be able to watch this 12 Days of Christmas. Don't worry, I'll turn it up for y'all. What is it? Hour 40? God, dog it. Hour 45. Fuck it. We'll just pick this movie and we'll just go from here. Hopefully we don't get hit with no copyright or nothing. But if we do, the hell with it. 12 Days of Christmas. Give me shit. We might be able to start at 9 o'clock. Give me like 20, 30 minutes. And I'm gonna get this ran up and see if we get copyright or not. Get this ran up. We'll watch 12 Days of Christmas and grab your Uncrustable because I'm getting mine. I'm getting mine. You already know what I'm doing. I'm getting mine.
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm Mo.J. Give me like 30 minutes and I'm gonna try to get this set up and we'll be on my channel. We got a Tubi movie tonight, 12 Days of Christmas. Make sure you wrap up during Christmas. All pun intended. Now I'll be back in like 30 minutes though. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm probably gonna take a shower real quick too. Then maybe like 45 minutes, but 9:15, but before 9:30. So I'll be back. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm out.